Awarded Best Play-by-Play in South Carolina by the Associated Press. This is WAGI 105.3 FM. Gaffney, Spartanburg, Greenville.
Welcome back to the reservation. Tonight's kickoff brought to you by Ronnie Burns Ford and Western Star Trucks on Highway 221 in Chesney. That's where you'll find the brand new 2000 Escorts now on display with the opening kickoff and play-by-play descriptions of tonight's game. Back over to the voice of the Indians. Here is Fabian Fuentes.
Well, thanks so much. Once again, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into another Friday evening of Gaffney High School football over the airwaves of the Upstate Power Station. Gaffney and Northwestern underway. Rob Heim, a high end over end kick, drifting left sideline, fumbled inside the Northwestern 10-yard line. They'll pick up, and we make the tackle at the 5-yard line. Nothing doing there for Justin Rainey, the junior, who initially fumbled the kick return inside his 10, tried to pick up left sideline, sprint back into the middle of the field, but brought down at the 5-yard line.
Well, I think he saw the host of Indians coming. He couldn't figure out which way he wanted to go, and he dropped the ball. Tron Dawkins got down there on him and certainly made a good hit.
Northwestern dressed in the road white uniforms, the purple helmets. Gaffney in the home uniforms, the black jerseys and the Vegas gold pants. First and 10 Trojans from their 5-yard line. Ball spotted left hash mark. They've got 3 wides. Handed off to the deep back, and nothing doing there as we make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage and drive the ball carrier, Heath, back into the end zone. But forward progress stopped at the 2-yard line, so a loss of at least 3 yards. Second down and 13.
Yeah, good work there by Gaffney's Dory Brown. Dory right on the money tonight. I think what we see here tonight, Fabian, is the Indians have come out here with a lot of momentum in the opening moments of the first quarter of play.
Well, 72nd tackle for loss registered by this Gaffney defense this year. We didn't reach that total last year until the state championship game. Week number 15. Second down and 14 Northwestern from its 2-yard line. Grissom under center, short drop, fires right side, caught on the screen, and the tackle made near the original line of scrimmage. Forward progress up to the 7, so pick him about 6 yards, but a penalty marker on the turf, the initial one of the game. Our referee, Sam Owens, will give us the call. Northwestern coming in, averaging just over 280 yards a game. The Gaffney defense giving up just over 203 yards per contest. Referee Sam Owens. False start against the Trojan offense. Now, Gaffney can decline the penalty. That would bring up a 3rd down and 8. Jeff Littlejohn, our junior defensive captain, talking things over with Owens. And we do decline the penalty, so a ball possession down for the Trojans. Northwestern scrimmaging from its 7-yard line, opening series of the game, 53 seconds into the contest. Northwestern averaging just over 168 yards per game on the ground. You heard Clowney Jordan in his pregame interview with Northwestern head coach Jimmy Wallace talk about a balanced Northwestern attack. Just about that, averaging just over 111 yards per game via the airwaves. It is 3rd down and 8 Northwestern from its 7-yard line. Trojans working right to left here in the opening quarter. 3 wide slot left. Heath, the lone back behind Grissom, who gets the snap, straight drop. Fires right sideline on the fly pattern, incomplete. Jay Currens, the intended receiver, up across the 40-yard line on the Northwestern side, but 3 plays and a punt here for the Trojans.
Man-to-man coverage that time by Roger Logan, who was step-by-step with him along the sidelines on the far side.
So the Gaffney offense will start in good field position here, or so we assume, as a punt coming up here for the Trojans. Grissom, not only the quarterback, but he's the punter as well. So Gardner, the single safety for the Tribe. Line of scrimmage, the Trojan 8. Grissom 7 yards deep in the end zone, gets the snap. Here comes the rush, and he gets the punt away. High kick. Keon Gardner coming up, makes the catch at the Northwestern 41, tries to head up the field and tackled at the 39-yard line. So Keon with a punt return of 2 yards. But 1st and 10 Gaffney, opening series, and the Indians will scrimmage at the Northwestern 39-yard line.
Tackle by Dante Talford and also Matt Love of the Trojans. No score if you're just tuning in.
Well, the Gaffney offense averaging over 343 yards per game and better than 41 points. This Northwestern defense giving up just over 177 yards per game and has allowed only 69 points coming into this game. Well, Bradshaw Littlejohn going to start the game for the Tribe at the quarterback position. Up under center with 2 wides to each side. Gardner the lone back in the 3-point stance. Bradshaw hands off to Keon over the right side and down to the Trojan 32-yard line. And the junior running back picks up a gain of 7 yards on Gaffney's first play from scrimmage.
And again tripped up by Talford.
Keon last year in a matchup against Northwestern, 13 carries for 83 yards. Keon 5'11", 185 pounds. Last week, 9 carries for 58 yards against Boiling Springs. Had a pair of touchdowns, a 1-yard plunge, and a 12-yard scamper. 2nd down and 3, Gaffney working from the Northwestern 33-yard line. Indians work left to right here at the Reservation, first quarter of play. Same formation for the Tribe. Bradshaw barking out the play call at the line of scrimmage. 5 down linemen on that Northwestern defense. Movement on both sides of the ball just prior to the snap. Penalty markers come in, and everything blown dead. Movement on both fronts that time. Sam Owens signals preliminary indication, false start against the Gaffney offense. Gaffney coming into this game, 40 offensive touchdowns this year, 27 of those coming on the ground. Northwestern's defense has allowed only 10 touchdowns this year, 9 of those coming on the ground. The only one via the airwaves against Boiling Springs, as the Bulldogs scored on an 80-yard scoring strike. 2nd down and 9, Gaffney working to the Trojan 38-yard line. Brandon Byers now at the fullback spot, staggered eye. Byers offset to the right. Bradshaw gets the snap, play action, looks to throw. Quick pass, right side, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Brandon Peeler on the Gaffney sideline. 13 could not hold on. So 3rd down and 9 coming up here for Gaffney, working from the Trojans' 38-yard line. Gaffney last week in the 56-20 win over Boiling Springs. A season high 473 total yards of offense. Gaffney with 391 yards rushing on only 38 attempts. The rushing yardage is season high as well. 3rd down and 9, Gaffney at the Northwestern 38-yard line. Bradshaw Littlejohn, the Gaffney quarterback from the shotgun. Bradshaw coming in, having completed just over 47% of his passes. 7 awaiting the snap and gets it, looking to throw. Northwestern comes on a blitz. Bradshaw running for his life right sideline as he stiffs arm, fires a pass down the field, intercepted inside the 10-yard line, and the tackle made immediately. The interception by DeMond Straight, number 7, and it's his team-leading 6th INT of the year. But that's just as good as a down to punt inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, he just reached up there and took control of the football right in his hands.
So Northwestern has the football back, but the problem for the Trojans for the 2nd time in as many drives here in the opening Caesars football game, Northwestern scrimmages from inside its 10-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their 8-yard line according to the scoreboard. Grissom, the quarterback, up under center, the lone back behind him. 3 gets a snap, play action, looks to throw, rolls the pocket right, fires up the field, incomplete. Grissom got whacked from the backside as 3 threw the football up the field. So 2nd and long coming up here for the Trojans. Gaffney defense, as we mentioned, Northwestern's first series, giving up just over 203 yards per game. The opponents completing just 38% of their passes against this Gaffney defense, and that number kind of inflated last week after Boiling Springs quarterback Clay Merchant completed 24 of 49 passes. The Gaffney defense with 5 interceptions last week, a total of 27 for the year. Team to the line of scrimmage. Grissom gets the snap. This the misdirection handoff to Keon Heath, and 21 bottled up at the line of scrimmage, trying to take it right into the teeth of the defense. In fact, 21 may have lost a yard back to the 6-yard line. 3rd and long coming up here for the Trojans. Keon Heath coming into this ball game for Northwestern, 11 yards shy of the 1,000-yard mark this year.
Good tackle there by Roger Logan.
Well, Logan coming up big. Last 6 football games, Roger with 7 interceptions over the previous 6 games, had 2 of them last week. 3rd down and 12 for the Trojans from their 6-yard line. Grissom working from the shotgun. He gets the snap. 3 looking to throw. Belted as he fires down the right side. Receiver open and incomplete. Jay Currents had gotten through the double team and was open at the 45-yard line. Looked back off that inside left shoulder, but 12 could not make the catch. And Northwestern will have to punt the football.
And here again, good man-to-man coverage by Logan.
Well, unofficially here, after 2 series for the Trojans, Northwestern minus 1 yard of offense. So Gaffney will get the football back. Brandon Peeler is now the single safety for the Tribe. Returned a punt 60-some-odd yards for a TD against Hunter Huss in the opener. Grissom awaiting the snap. 8 yards deep in the end zone. Gaffney has blocked 7 kicks this year. There's a snap. Gaffney rushes 9, and Grissom gets the punt away. Nearly blocked by Richburg. Not a good effort. Hits at the Northwestern 32, but a Trojan roll out across the 40 along the Northwestern sideline and out of bounds at the 44-yard line. So for the 2nd consecutive possession, Gaffney will start in Northwestern territory, but this football game is scoreless. 8:37 remaining in the opening quarter of play. Well, just as Gaffney has enjoyed great field position here in the early part of this ball game, just the opposite for Northwestern. Trojans starting from their 5 and 8 yard lines. Gaffney's first possession, we started at the Northwestern 39. Ended up in an interception. Eye set for the try. Bradshaw gets the snap. Option right side. Pitch back to Brian Martin. Cuts it to the outside. Tries a stiff arm tackler, but 20 brought down at the 40-yard line. Pickup of about 4 yards for Brian Martin, his first carry of the night.
And he's brought down by Justin Rainey of the Trojans.
Brian coming into the game leading this Gaffney offense. 100 rushing attempts even for the junior. 716 yards. Last week for Brian, 15 carries, 153 yards, had a 47-yard TD. Second down and 6 at the Northwestern 40. Right side hash mark. Bradshaw up under his center. Brad Beatty. Byers and Martin in the eye. 3 wides and a slot left. 4 down linemen on that Northwestern defense. 7 up there in the box. Long play count here for Bradshaw. 7 gets a snap. Pitch back left side to Brian Martin. Nice job of hanging on to the football, and he'll lose yardage. Tackled back at the 45-yard line.
Tackle made there by Quan Holly.
Well, a bit of hesitation that time. Bradshaw with a pitch to Brian, who did a nice job of just making sure he had possession of the football. And that allowed the very quick Northwestern defense to catch up and come up with a tackle for loss, leaving Gaffney in a 3rd down and 11. And now we've got one of those Northwestern defensive players shaken up. Will Massey, one of the star linebackers for this Northwestern defense, just returned to the lineup last week. He's okay. 9 injured a knee, missed several games, came back and played about 7 plays in last week's 42-0 win at Hillcrest Simpsonville. And whoever the player is lying face down on the turf, and Northwestern head coach Jimmy Wallace coming out to the field to tend to him. 7:39 remaining and a scoreless first quarter of play. The coaches in tonight's game, Joe Montgomery in his 9th year at Gaffney, 93-29. Coach Montgomery going for career win number 199 tonight. Coach Montgomery, 24 years as a high school head coach, 198-84. And for Northwestern, Jimmy Wallace, his 14th season at the Rock Hill School, 138 victories, only 34 losses. Coach Wallace an overall record of 186-55.
That was Quan Holly, and Quan is up. Apparently just got the wind knocked out of him on that last play.
Well, Holly tied for the team lead in sacks. So 3rd down and 11 Gaffney. Scrimmaging from the Trojan 45 left hash mark. Northwestern was 7 up there in the box, the 4-3 scheme. Bradshaw gets the snap, straight drop, looking to throw. Pocket collapses, fires over the middle. Caught by Brandon Peeler. He tries to head up the field. He's got the first down. Tackled to the Northwestern 30. 1st and 10 Gaffney. We needed 11, and the play covers 15 yards. The initial first down for both teams.
Yeah, actually what he was trying to do, Fabian, he was trying to make that turn, and when he did, his cleats just failed him there, and he just went right to the turf.
Well, Brandon's team leading, 17th reception of the year. Brandon averaging just over 28 yards per catch. 1st and 10 Gaffney at the Trojan 30-yard line. Ball spotted left hash mark. Bradshaw from the gun, 2 wides each side. Martin the back to the right of Bradshaw. Now will line up in the slot to the left side, empty backfield. 7 gets a snap as Northwestern rushes 5. Bradshaw having to run the football to the right. Right-hander looking down the field. Fires a pass right side, incomplete. Trying to go to Brandon Peeler inside the 5-yard line, but just beyond the outstretched hands of 13. And it brings up 2nd down and long. This Northwestern defense has given up the big play, so to speak, within region play this year against Spartanburg, a game in which the Trojans lost 21-7. Gave up a 92-yard scoring play in that one. Of course, Gaffney's offense this year, big play attack, 9 touchdowns of 41 yards or longer. 6 of those coming on the ground, ranging runs between 41 and 47 yards. 2nd and 10 Gaffney at the Trojan 30-yard line. Bradshaw from the gun, 4 wides and trips to the right. Bradshaw gets the snap. Northwestern rushing 4. Bradshaw having to roll the pocket to the right again as he stiffs arm the tackler. 7 looking, lofts a pass backside of the end zone, overthrown and incomplete. 2 receivers in the same area, Brandon Peeler and Tron Thompson. Thompson falling over the end line, trying to grab the football but could not. Northwestern head coach Jimmy Wallace walking up to the line of scrimmage there over on that Northwestern sideline, trying to say that Bradshaw had gone across the line of scrimmage when he threw the football. But no marker coming in, so 3rd down and 10 Gaffney at the Northwestern 30-yard line. We are scoreless, 6:33 remaining in the first quarter of play. Gaffney has had great field position but unable to capitalize right now. Indians started their first drive for the Northwestern 39, no points, drive ending in an interception. Gaffney, the second drive, starting from the Trojan 44. So 3rd down and 10 for the Tribe. Bradshaw again from the shotgun as Northwestern rushes 5 on the quarterback blitz, and Bradshaw having to roll the pocket right, fires down the field, and incomplete. Jackie Leach, a receiver underneath the defense, tangled up at the 25-yard line, but incidental contact. So 4th and 10 coming up here for the Tribe. Trying to stretch out the defense with a long pass play here. Gaffney in the meeting a year ago, we could have thrown the football in that matchup. Gaffney drove this Northwestern defense all over the field. Indians 61 plays for a total of 363 yards in that game. 323 of those yards coming on the ground. Northwestern had just 49 plays, totaling 168 yards, but yet the Trojans won in double overtime, 21-14. Watch out for the middle screen here. 4th and 10 for the Tribe at the Northwestern 30-yard line. Ball spotted left hash mark. 5 wides, 3 to the right. Bradshaw gets a snap, looking to throw. Has time. Lofts a pass. Left corner of the end zone. Going for Jackie Leach. Contact in the end zone. Leach on his backside. Ball overthrown and incomplete. And no penalty marker coming in. So Gaffney turns the football over on downs.
Well, they wanted that pass interference call, but did not get it. And he appealed it to the official right by his side and still didn't get it.
Well, unless the official ruling incidental contact, because he did not give us the call saying that the pass was uncatchable. Sometimes you'll see that, but incidental contact. So 1st and 10 Northwestern. Trojans take over possession, working from their 30-yard line. Now I'll go with the eye. Slot to the left side, tight end to the left. The Gaffney defensive front shifts as well. There's a snap, turn, headed off to the deep back. Keon Heath battered at the line of scrimmage and may have gotten a yard after the 31-yard line. 2nd down and long coming up here for Northwestern.
Jeff Littlejohn into the tackle, looking along the Indian sideline tonight. We see scouts from Clemson University and also the University of South Carolina down there.
Well, 2nd down and long coming up here for the Trojans. Mentioned Keon Heath, the senior running back for Northwestern. 989 yards coming into this game. 12 touchdowns last year against Gaffney. 21 attempts for 82 yards, including a 15-yard TD. Brian Grissom, the Northwestern quarterback from the shotgun. Heath the back to his left. Play action. Looking to throw. Looking left. Fires up the field. In and out of the intended receiver's hands is K.C. Crank. Could not hold on to the football. Up at the 42-yard line.
He certainly couldn't hold on it, especially after Tron Dawkins hit him.
Well, K.C. coming into this game, 17 receptions, averaging just under 12 yards per carry. Had one grab last week against Hillcrest, good enough for 14 yards. Had a 61-yard touchdown reception in the game against Dorman, which the Trojans lost in Spartanburg 21-9. 3rd down and 9. Northwestern from its 31-yard line. Scoreless, 5:40 to go in the opening quarter. Trojans' 3rd possession of the game. Grissom again from the shotgun. Identical formation. 3 gets the snap, looking left, still looking, fires it down the left sideline, incomplete. Nearly an acrobatic reception made at the Gaffney 48-yard line by A.B. Cathcart, who tried to leap over a Gaffney defensive back, but that all goes for naught. So Northwestern will punt for the 3rd time in as many possessions. Trojans with 3 possessions, unofficially 0 yards. So Grissom remaining in the game in punt formation. Averaged 38 yards per kick, I believe, in 5 tries last week. Brandon Peeler, the single safety for the Tribe. Line of scrimmage to Northwestern 31. There's a snap to Grissom, and he gets the punt away. That's not a particularly good effort along the Northwestern sideline. Hits the Gaffney 44-yard line and goes out of bounds just about right there. So that is where the Indians will start their 3rd possession. 5:27 remaining in a scoreless first quarter of play. This the worst field position for Gaffney to start a drive in the early stages of this game. Gaffney starting at the Northwestern 39 and at the 44-yard line. Here the Indians will scrimmage from their 45. Fred Littlejohn now coming into the game at the quarterback spot for the Tribe. Straight to the line of scrimmage. I set 3 wide, slot right. Fred gets the snap, turns, hands it to deep back Keon Gertner, working over left guard and pushes up to the 49-yard line. Goes number 3. Pick up of 4 yards. 2nd down and 6 coming up.
Stop there made by Dexter Falls of the Trojans. No score if you're just joining us.
Well, Dexter Falls, number 8, one of the talented linebackers for this Northwestern team. 2nd on the team in tackles coming into this game is number 8, and tied for the team lead in caused fumbles. This a tough Northwestern defense. Second down and 6 for Gaffney from its 49. Ball spotted left hash mark, I formation. Fred gets the snap, turns, hands to Keon Gardner right into the teeth of the defense. And second effort pushes 3 into Northwestern territory down to the 49-yard line. Pickup of 2, maybe 3 yards. Third down and a long 3 coming up here for the Tribe.
Will Massey on the stop for Northwestern.
Well, Jackie Leach coming out of the lineup for the Tribe. Brian Martin coming back into the football game. So ball possession down here for the Indians. Well, 3rd and 4 according to the scoreboard at the Northwestern 49-yard line. Ball spotted left hash mark. Tron Thompson lining up as a wide receiver to the left side. Brandon Peeler to the right, and now we call a timeout. The Gaffney offense takes a timeout. We'll take the break as well. 4:14 remaining and a scoreless opening quarter of play. This is Gaffney Indian football.
New at McDonald's, McSalad Shakers. Come on in and try one of these fresh, delicious salads.
Baby monitor. You guys. You did it. And guess what? We got your matching set.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
We're still riding the Michelin tires because our daddy loves us.
Between Gaffney and Northwestern tonight with that series tied at 17. Of course, Northwestern has not been able to pull off a victory here at the Reservation since 1991. That when the Trojans won 21-14. Of course, Gaffney extracted revenge in the playoffs that year, going up to District 3 Stadium and pulling off the 14-6 win in the playoffs. So Gaffney calling the timeout. Teams up to the line of scrimmage and ready to go. 3rd and 4 for the Tribe from the Northwestern 49. Single setback. Byers as Fred Littlejohn gets a snap. Straight drop looking to throw. Under pressure. Still in the pocket. One looking. Fires over the defense. Incomplete. Brandon Peeler tried to make the reception at the Northwestern 41-yard line, but got popped from the backside and could not hold on. And the Indians will have to punt for the first time in 3 possessions here in a scoreless game.
Well, either team able to get points on the board, although Gaffney's been close twice already.
Well, twin safeties back deep to field the punt of Gaffney's Rob Heim, Justin Rainey, and Damon Strait. Line of scrimmage, the Northwestern 49-yard line. Rob, the senior, a great job this year. 2 punts last week, averaged better than 47 yards. There's a snap, and Heim gets the punt away. This is a nice effort taken by Strait at the 5-yard line, trying to run to the left. Nothing but black turfs in his face, and 5 heads up the field and tackled at the 9-yard line. So a punt return of only 4 yards that time. But for the 3rd time in 4 possessions to start out this football game, Northwestern will start from inside its 10-yard line.
Tron Thompson did a great job getting right down there.
Unofficially a 44-yard punt for Rob. So Northwestern from its 9. Gaffney has enjoyed great field position, but not able to take advantage on the scoreboard. Northwestern has been mired with horrible field position. So Grissom from the gun, 3 wide to the right side. 3 gets the snap, looking to throw from his 2 under pressure, and he is sacked at about the 2-yard line. Untouched that time, is rushed in there on the stunt. And I think it might have been Jeff Littlejohn who came away with a sack.
Jeff Littlejohn on the sack.
Well, for the season, that's the 25th sack registered by this Gaffney defense. Defensive line, that was 17 sacks over the last 5 football games. They say the loss goes all the way back inside the 1-yard line. Loss of 9, 2nd and 19 for the Trojans, working from the shadows of their goalpost. Now they go with wides each side, tight end lined up to the left, and now a penalty marker thrown in there. And I hope we didn't have somebody on the defensive front in the neutral zone. It's quick flag, Northwestern offensive line clapping as if this is going against the Tribe, and it is. Encroachment against the Gaffney defense. Come up with 9, loss of 9 on the sack, and then give them 5 back on the encroachment. So 2nd and 14 for Northwestern from its 15. Grissom surveying that Gaffney defense. Linebacker shooting the gaps. Now we retreat as Grissom gets a snap, looking to throw, fires the fly pattern down the right sideline into man coverage and incomplete. Good coverage over there. Casey Crank, the intended receiver.
Yeah, coverage made again by Tron Dawkins, who is all over the field tonight.
Tron, the 5'9 senior. Brad Studevance now coming into the football game. Brad with a pick last week. Tron Dawkins will come out of the football game. So Four making his way off to the Gaffney sideline. 3rd down and 13 for Northwestern. Trojans working from their 6-yard line. Northwestern working right to left here in the opening quarter of play. Grissom from the shotgun. Heath the back to his right. Trip to the right side of the formation as well. And now the slot man moves prior to the snap. And we bury the left side of that offensive line. And late markers come in there as well.
A.B. Cathcart moved too quick.
Well, let's check this one. Slot on the right side moved early. That brought in the first flag. And then somebody either moved on the left side of that Northwestern line or something.
An encroachment on the defense.
Oh, that's a horrible call. That's pitiful. Pardon me. What game are they watching? Did anybody not see the slot guy on the right side run down the field? Wow. 5 yards marched off against the Gaffney defense. 3rd down and 9. Let's not start this, guys. This is going to be a good football game. Scoreless opening quarter. Grissom from the shotgun. Gaffney coming with a 5-man rush. 3 hit as he throws. Deep right sideline. Incomplete. Threw it out of bounds. OKC Crank tried to make an acrobatic catch on the Northwestern side of the field. So 4th down coming up here for the Trojans. Grissom not only getting hit as he throws the football, but on the field to punt. So this is 4th punt in as many offensive possessions. Well, I can't wait to see the TV replay tomorrow morning on that last call by the officials. A little early to start in on that right now, but you got to call it as you see it. Grissom in punt formation. Brandon Peeler, the single safety for the Tribe. Grissom 3 yards deep in the end zone awaiting the snap. There's a snap. Here comes the rush, and 3 gets the punt away. End over end kick drifting to the Gaffney sideline. Hits the Northwestern 45 out to the 47. A backward hop now. And it's down to the Northwestern 44-yard line. So for the 3rd time in 4 possessions now, Gaffney is going to start at Northwestern territory. Off against the Gaffney defense. 3rd down and 9. Let's not start this, guys. This is going to be a good football game. Scoreless opening quarter. Grissom from the shotgun. Gaffney coming with a 5-man rush. 3 hit as he throws. Deep right sideline. Incomplete. Threw it out of bounds. OKC Crank tried to make an acrobatic catch on the Northwestern side of the field. So 4th down coming up here for the Trojans. Grissom not only getting hit as he throws the football, but on the field to punt. So this is 4th punt in as many offensive possessions. Well, I can't wait to see the TV replay tomorrow morning on that last call by the officials. A little early to start in on that right now, but you got to call it as you see it. Grissom in punt formation. Brandon Peeler, the single safety for the Tribe. Grissom 3 yards deep in the end zone awaiting the snap. There's a snap. Here comes the rush, and 3 gets the punt away. End over end kick drifting to the Gaffney sideline. Hits the Northwestern 45 out to the 47. A backward hop now. And it's down to the Northwestern 44-yard line. So for the 3rd time in 4 possessions now, Gaffney is going to start at Northwestern territory. But it's a scoreless game. 2:26 remaining in the 1st quarter.
Well, you talk about looking at the film tomorrow. You can take your VCR and put it in that frame-by-frame mode, you know?
I don't think you need to do that one for that one, unfortunately, though. Wow.
That's slow-mo.
So 1st and 10, Gaffney from the Trojan 44. I set. Fred Littlejohn gets the snap, hands off on the draw to Brian Martin over the left side. Some room to work to the 40. Cuts outside to the 35 and tackled from behind at the Northwestern 34-yard line. Bodies flying all over the place. And Brian picks up 11 yards. 1st and 10 for the Tribe. Inside the Northwestern 35-yard line. Well, I hate to keep sounding like a broken record, but Gaffney has had the great field position here in the early stage of this football game, but not able to produce any points. Bradshaw Littlejohn lining up as a wide receiver to the left side. Started the game at the quarterback spot. We send a slot to the right side. Martin deep back behind Byers. Fred Littlejohn gets the snap. We give it off to Brian Martin again, trying to work the left side. Cuts back in and navigates his way down to about the 32-yard line. Pick of about 2 yards on 1st down.
Well, a host of Trojans in there. Quan Holly at the bottom of the heap. No score if you just tuned in.
Well, Northwestern 1-2 in the region coming into this game. And in those 2 losses, Spartanburg and Dorman, Northwestern chewed up by the ground games as the Vikings and the Cavaliers combined 437 yards on 86 attempts an average of 5 yards per carry. Northwestern giving up 3.5 yards per pop on the year. Second and long, Fred Littlejohn gets the snap under pressure. Nowhere for Fred to go, and he's sacked back out of the 40-yard line. A loss of 8, third down and 16. Nowhere for 1 to go that time.
Sack made by Will Massey.
Yeah, that defensive line just got in there, and one did good just to hold on to the football. So the loss out to the 40. Ball possession down here for the Tribe. Less than a minute remaining in a scoreless opening quarter of play. Third down and 16. Gaffney at the Northwestern 40-yard line. The Indians coming in at 4-0 in region play, 8-0 overall. Mentioned Northwestern 1-2 in the region. The Trojans are 6-2 overall. Gaffney with 4 wide receivers and trips to the right side. Fred Littlejohn will now operate from the shotgun. Fred was 4 of 10 through the airwaves last week for 46 yards. One gets the snap as Northwestern comes with a linebacker blitz. Fred steps up, throws over the defense, and incomplete. And it brings up 4th down.
Well, I think Fred was trying to get over there to Tron Thompson, but Tron was a mile away.
Well, after 1 first down on this drive, the Indians will have to punt. For the second time in as many possessions, Rob Heim coming onto the field. Rob will try to pooch this one inside the 10-yard line. Did a good job. Previous attempt of 44 yards. Got it down to the 5-yard line. Only a 4-yard return. Now momentary stoppage of play. 24 seconds remaining in the first quarter of play. And now they call the timeout to ask the Gaffney sideline, the players to back up a little bit. So now the play clock put back in motion. Hyman punt formation. It's again the twin safeties. Back deep for Northwestern. Rainey and straight. There's a snap. And Heim gets the punt away. End over end kick. Fair catch called for, I thought, made inside the 10. Now they're going to run the football, racing on the right side, and he gets hammered up at the 15-yard line.
Well, a good hit by Tron Dawkins over there.
Well, now that's a new one on me. They had twin safeties back deep to field the punt. The guy on the right called for the fair catch, but the guy on the left made the punt, caught the punt, and then ran the football. I see a beanbag down. I don't know that that's a flag. Now Sam Owens, referee, talking things over with his crew, but no call. That is the final play of what has been a wacky first quarter of action in the first 12 minutes of play in the books here at the Reservation. Your score, Gaffney nothing and Northwestern nothing. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Need money fast? BF Motor Credit offers small loans starting at $300. Fast, friendly service is guaranteed within 30 minutes. No appointments are needed. BF Motor Credit, located at 421 North Limestone Street, downtown Gaffney.
Street True Value and Home Medical Equipment is open and ready to serve you. We offer a full line of hardware items to help you with all of your home fix-ups. We also offer a complete line of housewares, toys, and gifts for that special occasion. So come see us today at the new, bigger, and better Buford Street True Value, 101 North Grenard Street, Gaffney.
Northwestern working right to left here in the opening quarter of play. Grissom from the shotgun. Heath the back to his right. Trip to the right side of the formation as well. And now the slot man moves prior to the snap. And we bury the left side of that offensive line. And late markers come in there as well.
A.B. Cathcart moved too quick.
Well, let's check this one. Slot on the right side moved early. That brought in the first flag. And then somebody either moved on the left side of that Northwestern line or something.
An encroachment on the defense.
line moves prior to the snap, and we bury the left side of that offensive line, and late markers come in there as well.
A.B. Cathcart moved too quick.
Well, let's check this one. Slot on the right side moved early. That brought in the first flag. And then somebody either moved on the left side of that Northwestern line or something.
An encroachment on the defense.
Oh, that's a horrible call.
It's a great time to visit Wallace White Pontiac GMC during Closeout 99. Save thousands of dollars on all remaining 1999 models. We also have dependable pre-owned vehicles. Technicians are on hand to take care of any repairs your vehicle needs. Take advantage of 0% financing on select models. To better serve you, we are relocating to 730 Chestney Highway in Gaffney. Come see us and talk to one of our friendly salespeople today.
Daniel's Den of Flowers is proud to sponsor the Gaffney Indians football team. Delivery is available and free for hospitals and funeral homes. Rental for wedding equipment is also available. Daniel's Den of Flowers, serving Gaffney and Blacksburg. For quality and service is our motto. 313 North Limestone Street, downtown Gaffney.
The third quarter is underway.
The kind of magic we can work for you. Where? First Piedmont. 3 locations in Gaffney, 2 in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Nobody does it better than we do. At First Piedmont Federal, our prime interest is you.
From the heart of the upstate, you're listening to Gaffney Indian Football on WAGI 105.3 FM.
Broadcasting sports through authority granted by Gaffney High School and is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or the use of the descriptions of this game without the express written consent of Gaffney Broadcasting Incorporated is prohibited.
Well, as we start the second quarter of play, Northwestern with its 5th possession of the game, but for the 4th time, Northwestern will start from inside its 9-yard line. First and 10 for the Trojans from their 8-yard line, near side hash mark. Grissom surveying the Gaffney defense, now up under center. Single back is Heath. Grissom short drop, quick pass right side. This is caught by Casey Crank and driven out of bounds up near the 12-yard line. Pick up a 4. Second down and about 6.
Driven out by Roger McIntosh.
Well, as we mentioned earlier, Crank coming into this game, 17 receptions, 6-foot senior, number 2 on this team as far as receptions go. Jay Currents, his partner in crime, 24 catches coming into this game. Brian Grissom with 8 touchdown passes this year, 3 of them of a big play variety. Second down and 6 Northwestern from its 13. Quick pass left side, dropped in and out of the hands of Casey Crank. So they tried to go back to the hot hand, but 11 could not hold on. Going back to Brian Grissom. Last week, an 84-yard touchdown pass against Hillcrest, 6 of 12 for 116 yards. Against Spartanburg, he completed just 7 of 20 passes, but did have a 92-yard touchdown pass in that game, that to Jay Currents. Against Norman, 8 of 21 for 95 yards, but had the 61-yard touchdown reception. So third down and just under 6 for Northwestern from its 13-yard line. Gaffney with 4 down linemen. Grissom gets a snap, short drop, fires left side. Currents reaches above his, or Crank makes the catch above his head, but tackled up at a 16, which is short of the first down by 2 yards.
He was hit immediately by Brad Studevants of the Indians.
So Punt Fest 99 continues. Boy, I hope both these punters have stretched out the hamstrings tonight. Of course, for Grissom, not only the Northwestern quarterback, but the punter as well. So 4th and 2 for Northwestern. Line of scrimmage, the Trojan 16-yard line. Brandon Peeler drifts back into those single safety for the Tribe. This punt will travel left to right across your radio dial. Grissom awaiting the snap inside his 5-yard line. Gaffney looking for block kick number 8 of the season. There's a snap. Here comes the rush, a little high, but Grissom gets the punt away. Line drive kick that hits at the Northwestern 48, rolls into Gaffney territory left side, picked up by Brandon Peeler, who's hammered up at his 48-yard line.
He was just rolled across as one of the Trojans, Dexter Falls, came in.
I can't get over this field position thing. If you're Northwestern, you're thankful that this thing's still scoreless. Gaffney has started from the Northwestern 39, from the Trojan 44. The Indians have started from their 45, from the Northwestern 44, and now the Indians start from their 48. Ball spotted left side hash mark. Got 4 wides, 2 to each side. Fred Littlejohn gets a snap, hands it off to the lone back. That's Brandon Byers right up the gut to the 45, and down to the Northwestern 40-yard line goes Byers. So Brandon Byers with a pickup of about 13 yards on the first play on this Gaffney series. Of course, it'd be nice to see him come alive. Brandon coming into this game with 15 carries for 36 yards, just over 2 yards per carry. Does have a couple of rushing scores this year, coming in the week 2 win at Kings Mountain. Now Brian Martin at deep back, 3 wide, slot right, 1st and 10. Fred gets a snap, short drop left side. Bradshaw Littlejohn makes the catch, tries to turn up the field, and does, down to the 30-yard line of the Trojans. That pass play covers 9 yards.
And a second effort, too, because one of the defenders got him, and then he broke loose before Justin Rainey brought him to the turf.
Well, the Northwestern defense this year coming up with 10 interceptions, picking up sack number 14 here in this football game. Bradshaw with that pass reception. He had 1 last year for 17 yards against the Trojans. 2nd and short, Gaffney, Northwestern 30. Ball spotted left hash mark, eye set. Fred gets a snap, turns, hands it up to the fullback. Look at this, Byers to the 25, to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Gaffney. Brandon Byers, 17th rushing attempt of the season, and here he goes in from 30 yards out on 2nd down and short, and the Indians have drawn first blood. A 52-yard scoring drive, 6-0 Tribe. Scoring update brought to you by Sagebrush Steakhouse, 1541 Floyd Baker Boulevard in Gaffney. Sagebrush, home of the baby back ribs and the best steaks in town. Gaffney finally gets into the end zone. Down to the sideline, here's a PAT with Clowney.
All right, Rob Heim with Bradshaw Littlejohn to hold. Heim's kick is up, and it is good. 10 minutes left in the second quarter. Your score, Gaffney 7, Northwestern nothing. This is Gaffney Indian football.
For custom framing and art at exceptional prices, be sure and see the professionals at the Frame Depot in the Bilo Shopping Center, Gaffney. With the holidays just around the corner, be sure to come into the Frame Depot and see all of the new Christmas prints arriving daily, including Mort Kunstler's latest snow print, Bravest of the Brave, and D. Morgan's 1999 Santa print. Assorted frame Christmas prints are now $14.99 while supplies last. When it comes to custom framing of that special piece of art, certificate, diploma, photograph, or memorabilia, the Frame Depot experts can provide professional guidance and coordination with your decor. The Frame Depot, 1107 West Floyd Baker Boulevard in the Bilo Shopping Center, Gaffney.
Well, back at the reservation, 10 minutes remaining in the opening half of play. Gaffney on top of Northwestern 7-0. Gaffney kickoff brought to you by Ronnie Burns Ford and Western Star Trucks located Highway 221 in Chesney. Gaffney's Rob Heim puts foot to leather. A high end over end kick. Take on the Northwestern sideline inside the 15, racing in the middle of the field out across the 20. Black jersey's there, but steps out of another tackle out across the 25 to the 32-yard line. Nice return by Damon Strait. 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their 32-yard line.
Well, Roy Dawkins got in there, finally made the tackle after he broke through 3 others on that Indian line.
Well, you know, we talked about the big play ability of this Gaffney offense, and the Northwestern defense, because of the scheme, will give up the big plays. And we just saw it there. Brandon Byers, the fullback, a 30-yard run on 2nd and short. Himes PAT, and it's 7-0 Tribe. 1st and 10 Northwestern from its 32-yard line. Best starting point for the Trojans. Drive 6. Grissom fires left sideline. Caught made. Turn and run up the field. And a tackle made near the 1st down marker. Have to see if this is a left or right foot spot. Pass reception made by Jay Currens, his 25th of the year to lead this Northwestern team. And it is good enough for a Trojan 1st down. Well, Northwestern not going over the top of the Gaffney defense right now, just taking it to the outside. So 1st and 10 Northwestern from its 42-yard line, left side hash mark. Gaffney 4 down linemen up there on that defense. We've got 8 guys up in the box. Grissom turns, hands to Keon Heath, trying to run left and picks up maybe a yard. Up to the 43-yard line. Keon has found it going difficult here in the early stages of this football game.
Well, very difficult when he ran into 225-pound Trey Wood.
Well, this is a Gaffney defense giving up less than 3 yards per rushing attempt this year. Feast or famine for Heath as far as region play goes. He had 13 carries for 18 yards against Spartanburg, but had 192 yards rushing on 31 attempts against Boiling Springs. 2nd and 9. Trojans from their 43-yard line, left hash mark. Grissom, the Northwestern quarterback, from the shotgun. Gives a leg kick to start the snap count. 3 gets the snap, looks, fires right sideline, and a catch made between a double team and a tackle made down at the Gaffney 44-yard line. A.B. Cathcart. 13 comes up with just his 8th reception of the year, but the chains will move on that Northwestern sideline. 1st and 10 down at the Gaffney 34.
Roy Dawkins and Roger Logan, as you said, the double team on him, but that didn't stop him from catching the football.
So the Trojans on the move here. Gaffney leading this game 7-0, but Northwestern looking to answer the Gaffney scoring drive. 3 wides to the left. That's the wide side of the field. Grissom up under center, gets a snap, turns, hands to Keon Heath through the right side of the line to the 30, the 25, steps out another tackle to the 20 and 21, pushes his way down to the Gaffney 16-yard line. Pickup of nearly 18 yards.
B.J. Dover and Roger Logan again on the tackle.
Now the right side of that Northwestern defensive or offensive line that time, working on the left side of that Gaffney defensive front. So the Trojans working left to right here in the second quarter of play. Deepest penetration of the game for Northwestern at the Gaffney 17-yard line. 1st down from there. Grissom will operate from the shotgun. Trips to the left side. The back Heath to his left. 3 gets the snap. Looking to throw. The right-hander fires. He hits left side of the end zone. Catch made at the 1-yard line, and we make the tackle there. 1st and goal from there. Casey Crank made the reception, but Northwestern knocking on the door. 1st and goal from inside to the 1-yard line.
Roy Dawkins in that touchdown-saving tackle right at the 1.
Well, Northwestern coming out throwing the football on this drive. Had the 1 run there. Keon Heath of 18 yards, taking the ball down to the 17. 1st and goal, Northwestern inside the 1 at the end zone to our right. And the Trojans, Clyde and the Road Whites, will call a timeout. 8:14 remaining opening half of play. Northwestern on the move, but it's a 7-0 Gaffney lead. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Carolina Vision Associates in the Peachtree Marketplace in Gaffney is your complete eyeglass headquarters. They can tint your glasses, make glasses from an old pair, they carry in-stock contact lenses, and you can always bring in your doctor's prescription or make an appointment to see a doctor.
At First Piedmont Federal, we believe in you having fun.
To me, this is fun. To them, I'm worth a loan.
And we believe in helping you get ahead.
They pre-approved my loan before I started shopping.
With a quick response, usually within a day.
We've gotten our loans from them for years.
They know us and can tailor a payment plan that fits our needs.
First Piedmont Federal, where our prime interest is you.
30-yard run on 2nd and short, giving Gaffney the lead, but Northwestern knocking on the door as we come back to play. Now the Trojan timeout. 1st and goal, Northwestern inside the Gaffney 1-yard line. There's a snap to Grissom, trying to work off right center, and nothing doing there, denied the goal line. That's tough to do against that Gaffney defensive front. 2nd and goal from near the 1-yard line. Good crowd on hand here tonight on the Gaffney side of the field. A few empty seats over there along that Northwestern seating area. So 2nd and goal from outside the 1-yard line for Northwestern. Left hash mark. Double tight end set. Lines to each side. Heath alone back behind Grissom, who now settles in under his center, Charlie LaRoe. There's a snap, turns, gives it to Heath, trying to run over left guard. Play blown dead. Penalty marker coming in just as the ball was snapped. Somebody offsides here. This might be encroachment against the Gaffney
An
defense.
encroachment on the defense.
And it is. So half the distance to the goal, which means about a 1.5 penalty there against the Tribe. So 2nd down and goal from inside the 1-yard line. Jay Kearns, a wide receiver to the left side. Casey Crank to the right. Single back is Keon Heath. There's a snap. They give to Heath, running left, cuts back against the grain, in for the touchdown. So Northwestern answers the Gaffney scoring drive as the Trojans swiftly move their way down the field. A 68-yard scoring drive. And Keon Heath with his team best 13th rushing touchdown of the year. Successful PAT away from tying up this football game. Down to the sideline and the call the point after. Here's Cloney.
All right, guys, Weldon Burns to attempt the extra point. Grissom will hold. Here's the snap. It's down. The kick is up, and it is good. We've got 7 minutes and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Your score, Gaffney 7, Northwestern 7. This is Gaffney Indian football.
It's the Christmas toy sale going on now at Buford Street True Value in Gaffney.
Soccer Barbie doll, only $16.99.
156-piece Bachman train set for $39.99.
The Blues Clues board game, $10.99.
The Rock and Roll Elmo, the hot one for the season, $29.99.
Layaway for Christmas.
That's at 101 North Grenard, Buford Street True Value in Gaffney. Open Monday through Friday, 8 till 8, Saturday, 8 to 6, closed on Sunday.
Now back at the reservation, 7:20 remaining. In the opening half of play, Northwestern has tied the football game up. A 68-yard scoring drive on 2nd and goal. Keon Heath through the left side. 1-yard run, point after added. And we're tied at 7. Northwestern kickoff brought to you by Ronnie Burns Ford and Western Star Trucks, Highway 221 in Chesney. That's where you'll find the Ford Rangers and F-Series trucks. Foot to leather, high and end-over-end kick. Taking it to the 5-yard line, out across the 10, to the 15, to the 20, and out to about the 23-yard line. Nice return that time. So we get the Gaffney offense a little bit of breathing room. B.J. Dover on the kick return for the Tribe.
Tackle made there by Josh Boone. So we're back even again, 7-all. 7:14 remaining in the first half here from the reservation tonight.
Now, that was a big drive for that Northwestern football team. Gaffney had dominated as far as field position going. The Indians finally getting into the end zone. But Northwestern able to drive the ball 68 yards down the field. 1st and 10 Gaffney from its 23. The quarterback Fred Littlejohn from the gun. Martin the back to his left. 3 wides. Fred gets a snap looking to throw. Swing left side caught by Bradshaw. Trying to cut back and breaks a tackle and out across the 28-yard line. So pick of about 5 for Bradshaw that time.
Broke by Will Massey.
Well, he's already doubled the number of receptions he had in the matchup in Rock Hill last year. The road team has not enjoyed much success in this series. Northwestern, as I mentioned earlier, has not won here at the reservation since '91. And Gaffney has not won a regular season game at Northwestern since '84. Fred up under center eye, hands it off. Play action, looks to throw, fires quick pass left side, incomplete. Bradshaw Littlejohn tried to reach up with that right hand to snag the football in, but could not hold on. And a ball possession down coming up here for the Tribe, 3rd and 5. Nice ball fake that time by Littlejohn into the bread basket of Brandon Byers. Defense didn't bite. So 3rd down and 5 for Gaffney, working from its 28-yard line. 4 down linemen for Northwestern. Now they bring ends up there. 2-point stance. Fred from the gun calling out the play. 4 wides, 2 to each side. Fred gets the snap, hands off on the draw play to Brian Martin, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 25, loss of 3, 4th and 8 coming up here.
Well, that one was read like a playbook by the Trojans.
Well, so now Gaffney will have to punt the football back to Northwestern. Game tied at 7 with 6:19 remaining in the opening half of play. Rob Heim on for his 3rd kick of the evening, averaging over 44 yards his previous 2 attempts. Again, the twin safeties back deep for Northwestern. And Justin Rainey and Damon Strait. Line of scrimmage, the Gaffney 25-yard line, just inside the near side or left hash mark. Now, left side of the Gaffney front line falls out of their stance. Billy Smith, 9, I think it was. It fell out of that 3-point stance. Penalty markers come in, and the Indians to be penalized 5 yards. That has consisted of the penalties for both these teams tonight. Encroachment and false starts. Really nothing in the way in the holds, the clips, face masks, or holds. So 4th and 13. Heim gets the snap, and the Gaffney punter gets this one away. High kick that hits the 50-yard line, and a nice Gaffney roll inside the Northwestern 45 and is down at the 40-yard line. So a 40-yard kick for Rob Heim. 5:33 remaining in the opening half of play. This Region 2-4A slugfest is tied at 7.
And we expected none less than what we're seeing right now.
Oh, yes. Trojans coming in at 1-2, losing only to Dorman and Spartanburg. Absolutely no disgrace in that. Gaffney coming in at 4-0 within region play. The Indians with a half-game lead atop the region standings entering play tonight. First and 10 Northwestern. Grissom gets the snap, looking to throw, fires over the middle, and this is caught at the 50 by Jay Currens and into Gaffney territory and tackled at the Indians' 44-yard line. So Northwestern has seen something here, and they've carved up this Gaffney defense the last two drives here with the passing game.
Yeah, B.J. Dover was in there, but look at the territory he covered.
Now, this Gaffney defense we mentioned earlier coming into this game, allowing the opponents to complete only 38% of their passes. First and 10 Northwestern. Gaffney 44. Two backs behind Grissom. Offset eye. There's a snap turn. Handed off to the lead play to Keon Heath trying to run left. Turn back in and down to the 41-yard line goes Heath. So a pickup of about 3 yards. Second down and 7 coming up for Northwestern. Trojans working left to right here at the reservation in this the second quarter of play. Under 5 minutes remaining opening half.
Well, we'll get some reaction from Coach Joe Montgomery as he exits going to the dressing room at halftime, so don't go away.
Casey Crank wide out to the right side, two to the right side, including A.B. Cathcart in the slot. Grissom from the gun with the running back Heath to his right. Heath in that two-point stance nearly came out of that. Grissom gets a snap, looking to throw. Three looking right, under pressure, fires, and short hops the intended receiver. Down at the 36-yard line. Jay Currens trying to say he made the reception as he holds the ball up to the official, but well, that argument falls on deaf ears. So third down and 7 for Northwestern at the Gaffney 41-yard line. Wow, what a series this has been over the years. 35th meeting, series tied at 17. Gaffney leads the all-time scoring, 697 to 567. Third down and 7, Trojans at the Gaffney 41-yard line. Grissom from the shotgun, looking to throw. Under pressure, throws right side. Catch made by Currens and tackled out of bounds near the first down marker at the Gaffney 34-yard line.
Tackle made there by Gaffney's Roger Logan.
And let's see, is it enough for a first down? It is. Referee Sam Owens gives the indication. So after not being able to move the football at all in their first 5 possessions of the game, well, the Trojan coaching staff finding something that works as of late. And now the Gaffney defense takes a timeout. We'll take it as well. Northwestern on the move. Game's tied at 7, 4:18 to go first half. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Wallace White, Pontiac Buick GMC truck is now open in their new location on Highway 11 in Gaffney.
You think about your bank, you probably don't think relationship. I mean, you can't exactly cuddle up with your checkbook at night. But you can get a little special treatment with this. Advantage checking from Bank of America. It actually rewards you with better rates on loans and CDs, free checks. It doesn't nickel and dime you with fees. Okay, it's not exactly like marriage. But then again, what is?
Back at Bob Prevett Field at WK Brumbach Stadium, known as the Reservation. 4:18 remaining in the opening half of play. Gaffney 7, Northwestern 7, but the Trojans on the move. First and 10 for Northwestern at the Gaffney 33-yard line as we come out of the Gaffney timeout. Grissom up under center. Heath alone back to him. Crank a wide out to the right in motion through the formation. There's a snap. They hand it to Heath trying to run on the left side and tackle down at the 31-yard line.
What do you think?
So 21 picks up 2 yards. Second and 8 coming up. Dory Brown, our linebacker, on the near sideline having some maintenance done to that helmet. Now 45 sprints back out onto the field. That might be one of his teammates' helmets he's coming back out onto the field with as they worked on his black helmet over here on the near sideline, and Darrell Richburg will check out the game. Dory second on the Gaffney defense in tackle points coming into this football game with 250. Second and 8 Northwestern, Gaffney 31. Grissom gets a snap, the late handoff to Heath, wrapped up in the backfield and gang tackled back at the 35-yard line.
Well, Dory reached out there to get him, and he did a pretty good job, almost knocked him off his feet, and then by that time, here come the rest of the Indians.
Loss of 4. Third and a long 11 coming up here for Northwestern. The 73rd tackle for loss registered by this Gaffney defense this year. When we mentioned, you talk about the front 4 that we had last year. Everybody talked about how good that unit was. Went into the playoffs with 40-some-odd tackles for loss, and here in week number 9, Gaffney now was 73, and Northwestern takes a timeout. And we'll take it as well. Third and 11 for the Trojans when we come back. We're tied at 7. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Harry's Tire Service would like to express their appreciation to all of their...
Need money fast? BF Motor Credit offers small loans starting at $300. Fast, friendly service is guaranteed within 30 minutes. No appointments are needed. BF Motor Credit, located at 421 North Limestone Street, downtown Gaffney.
Street True Value and Home Medical Equipment is open and ready to serve you. We offer a full line of hardware items to help you with all of your home fix-ups. We also offer a complete line of housewares, toys, and gifts for that special occasion. So come see us today at the new bigger and better Buford Street True Value. 101
drop, fires right side,
Street.
and this is caught to the Gaffney 30, and we drive the receiver out of bounds down at the 26-yard line, short of the first down by about 4 yards. Justin Rainey trying to do everything he could to get a first down, but Northwestern coming up short.
B.J. Dover and Dory Brown in there.
Well, big-time decision here. 4th down and 4 for Northwestern inside the Gaffney 32-yard line. Now remember, Gaffney has been flagged on a few occasions here in the opening half for encroachment. Let's see if Northwestern just tries to draw them off here. Got trips to the left side of the formation with the ball on the right hash mark. Grissom from the shotgun. Hard play count. Hard play count. Remember, he's the punter. Gets the snap. Looking to throw. He's under pressure. Rolls the pocket left. Fires up the field. Intercepted. P.J. Dover on the return for Gaffney, I believe it is. No, it's Roy Dawkins putting on the Northwestern sideline. P.J. driven out of bounds up near the 42-yard line.
Flag comes in. He was hit out of bounds by Brian Grissom.
Now let's make sure that's Roy Dawkins that came away with a pick. At first I thought it was 21. Was it 26? Yes or no? Yes.
Yes.
So Roy Dawkins comes away with the INT for Gaffney and 15 yards added to the end of the run. 28th interception of the year for this Gaffney defense, and it's the 6th for Roy Dawkins. So a promising drive for Northwestern ends in disaster. So with the game tied at 7, late stages, opening half, the Indians will start from the Northwestern 43. I set 3 wides in the slot to the short side. That's the right side. Fred Littlejohn barking out the play call at the line of scrimmage. Now up under center, 6 in the box for Northwestern. There's a snap. We turn, handed off to the fullback, Brandon Byers, and the defense has figured out that play. Gain of a yard down to the 42-yard line. 2nd and 9 coming up.
Yeah, I'm like you. I think they have that one memorized. We've seen it a few times tonight.
Well, it's a game of adjustments. You know, you saw Gaffney on its 5th possession, the scoring drive, the 52-yard drive. Gaffney had success running that play. And now the Northwestern defense has made its adjustment. Time now for Gaffney to come up with something else. Bradshaw Littlejohn, a wide out to the right side, trips to the left of the wide side of the field. Fred Littlejohn up under center with Brian Martin, the only back behind him. 4 down linemen for Northwestern. Fred gets the snap as Northwestern rushes 4 now, a delayed blitz. Fred throws over the top of the defense, and this is intercepted. Northwestern on the return, penalty markers coming in there. Racing across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Justin Rainey into Gaffney territory and tackled down at the Indians' 41-yard line, but let's check the marker. Thrown in a defensive secondary and near the area which Rainey made the interception. Now let's hold everything. Either pass interference or a clip coming up here against Northwestern. Game tied at 7 with 2:01 remaining in the opening half of play. Referee Sam Owens going to sort things out. Hold, the call against Northwestern. And the hold occurred at the Trojan 28. So the yardage marched off from there. So even though Gaffney does turn the football over, at least Northwestern now will start from inside its 20-yard line. So the teams trade turnovers. That's the 2nd turnover of the night for Gaffney. Both interceptions. Northwestern went with 1 on a pick. So 1st and 10 Northwestern from its 18-yard line, 2:01 remaining opening half. Grissom up under center, 2 tights. Gets the snap, turns, hands to Keon Heath. Across the right side, across the 20 and up to about the 22-yard line goes 21. Pick up about 4 yards. 2nd down and 6. Under 2 minutes remaining in the opening half of play.
And the tackle made by Gaffney's Billy Smith.
Well, Gaffney got on the scoreboard first. Indians' 5th possession of the game, driving 52 yards. Brandon Byers a 30-yard run on 2nd and short. Himes point after gave the Indians a 7-0 lead with 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter, but Northwestern answering on its next drive, 68 yards. Heath a 1-yard run. PAT tied the game at 7. I set Joe Hamilton, the fullback. There's a snap turn, give it off to Keon Heath. Lead play left, and, well, didn't lead him anywhere. Tackled back at about the 20-yard line, loss of at least 1.
Credit Smith again with that tackle.
Well, both teams, I believe, with 1 timeout remaining. Game clock in motion down to 1:09 remaining here in the opening half. A reminder at halftime tonight, hopefully some scores from other area games. Of course, Spartanburg hosting Burns tonight in Rock Hill, home to Dorman. Blacksburg on the road at Jonesville for a Region II-AAA clash. Also take a look at opening half statistics and talk with Coach Montgomery about the opening 2 quarters of play. Grissom, the Northwestern quarterback, gets his man from a shotgun. Passing right sideline caught, and we drive the receiver out of bounds near the first down marker up across the 28-yard line. A reception made by Jay Currents. Well, let's see if we stop them short.
Tron Dawkins and Logan in on the tackle there. Actually pushed him out of bounds.
Well, timeout for the measurement, our first of the football game. Well, Northwestern has not done a whole lot running the football here in this game, but Northwestern showing a pretty decent passing attack. So the chains are stretched out, and first down by half of the football for Northwestern. Wow. It's not the first time we've seen Northwestern get just enough yardage to keep the drive alive via the pass play here in this football game. So each team with a timeout remaining, 44 seconds remaining in the opening half of play, tied at 7. Play clock, or game clock, will start at the snap. Grissom up under center. Heath the lone back behind him. Tight end to the left. Trips to that side as well. They hand it off to Heath, trying to work his way through the left side across the 30 and up to the 33-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards. I think all things considered here, with the poor field position that this football team had early in this football game, combined with a great field position that Gaffney had, I think Jimmy Wallace very content to go into the locker room with this football game tied at 7. Just the opposite if you're Coach Joe Montgomery and company. Second down and 6 with under 13 seconds to go in the first half. Grissom from the shotgun. 3, looking to throw. Under pressure, steps up, and he's sacked back at the 30-yard line on what more than likely will be the final play of the opening half. Clock down to 3, 2, 1, and that's all. Opening 2 quarters of play in the books. This Region II-AAA war. Gaffney and Northwestern tied at 7. Let's go down to the Gaffney sideline now. Halftime comments. Here's Clowney with Coach Joe Montgomery.
Right, Coach, except for one drive, we won the game of field position in the first half.
Very good defenses on both sides of the ball. Just got to get more physical.
Buford Street True Value and Home Medical Equipment is open and ready to serve you. We offer a full line of hardware items to help you with all of your home fix-ups. We also offer a complete line of housewares, toys, and gifts for that special occasion. So come see us today at the new, bigger, and better Buford Street True Value, 101 North Grenard Street, Gaffney.
It's a great time to visit Wallace White Pontiac GMC during Closeout 99. Save thousands of dollars on all remaining 1999 models. We also have dependable pre-owned vehicles. Technicians are on hand to take care of any repairs your vehicle needs. Take advantage of 0% financing on select models. To better serve you, we are relocating to 730 Chesney Highway in Gaffney. Come see us and talk to one of our friendly salespeople today.
Daniel's Den of Flowers is proud to sponsor the Gaffney Indians football team. Delivery is available and free for hospitals and funeral homes. Rental for wedding equipment is also available. Daniel's Den of Flowers, serving Gaffney and Blacksburg. For quality and service is our motto. 313 North Limestone Street, downtown Gaffney.
Street, downtown Gaffney.
Baskin-Robbins says, blast them away, Indians. Just like the Indians, you too can enjoy a blast. A cappuccino, mocha, or chocolate blast, made with your choice of ice cream and topping. Treat yourself to one of the smoothies made with truly free yogurt and fresh fruits. If you really want to indulge yourself, try our 2-scoop sundae or banana split. Baskin-Robbins is the world's largest chain of ice cream specialty shops, and 2 of them are located right here in Gaffney on Baker Boulevard and Nancy Creek Road. For your birthday, football, or specialty ice cream cake orders, call 487-3131.
Awarded Best Play-by-Play in South Carolina by the Associated Press. This is WAGI 105.3 FM, Gaffney, Spartanburg, Greenville.
We're along with Fabian Fuentes and Claudia Jordan back at the reservation tonight. It is halftime. A very defensive battle going on in the first half of this football game tonight. As we told you before we went to break, 7-7. It's all tied up here. And Fabian, we expected nothing less of this Northwestern squad and the Indians when they get together. It's always played right to the wire.
Yeah, but the thing about it, Gaffney had too many opportunities that they let go by the board in the opening half, and I'm talking about field position. If Gaffney's not able to win this football game, you go back and take a look at the first 2 drives for Gaffney, starting at the Northwestern 39 and at the Trojan 44-yard line. No points out of that. Northwestern...
Your time. Car wash is fast. A clean car in about 15 minutes. We don't use brushes, just naturally gentle chamois cloths. Washes start at $9.95. Or choose the value of the manager's special. Full wash, 2 coats of polish, 1 coat of sealer, underbody rust inhibitor, plus tire gloss and interior fragrance. All for only $16.95. The Tide Car Wash with the exclusive 24-hour rain guarantee. 1606 West Floyd Baker, next to the Gaffney Ledger.
On the end next to our end on the right side here, what we refer to as, I guess, the east end of the goalpost, the east end of the stadium, when Gaffney got down there and just couldn't punch it in.
in overtime. But home field advantage has certainly benefited Gaffney football over the years.
And I can say that was a cold, cold night at the beach.
Need money fast? BF Motor Credit offers small loans starting at $300. Fast, friendly service is guaranteed within 30 minutes. No appointments are needed. BF Motor Credit, located at 421 North Limestone Street, downtown Gaffney.
Buford Street True Value and Home Medical Equipment is open and ready to serve you. We offer a full line of hardware items to help you with all of your home fix-ups. We also offer a complete line of housewares, toys, and gifts for that special occasion. So come see us today at the new, bigger, and better Buford Street True Value, 101 North Grenard Street, Gaffney.
It's a great time to visit Wallace White Pontiac GMC during Closeout 99. Save thousands of dollars on all remaining 1999 models. We also have dependable pre-owned vehicles. Technicians are on hand to take care of any repairs your vehicle needs. Take advantage of 0% financing on select models. To better serve you, we are relocating to 730 Chesney Highway in Gaffney. Come see us and talk to one of our friendly salespeople today.
Daniel's Den of Flowers is proud to sponsor the Gaffney Indians football team. Delivery is available and free for hospitals and funeral homes. Rental for wedding equipment is also available. Daniel's Den of Flowers, serving Gaffney and Blacksburg, where quality and service is our motto. 313 North Limestone Street, downtown Gaffney.
The third quarter is underway. 14. How about this effort? High, deep, end over and kick into the end zone for a touchback. That football landed 8 yards deep into the end zone to our left, so the touchback. And Gaffney will take the first snap here in the third quarter from its 20-yard line.
Burns with a good leg there.
Wow. Gaffney in the opening half, if you're just tuning back in, 25 plays, totaling 87 yards. Northwestern, the same number of plays, totaling 117 yards. Gaffney straight from the sideline to the line of scrimmage. Bradshaw up under center at the quarterback spot. Slot to the left, offset eye. Bradshaw play action. 7 looks to throw. 1 completion in the first half. Launches a pass down the right side of the field, going for Brandon Peeler. Steps inside the defensive back and makes the catch and is tackled at the Northwestern 31-yard line.
He had double coverage there, first by Wayne Jennings and also by Dexter Falls. Great job by Peeler.
Unofficially, 49 yards on the pass play. Bradshaw in the opening half was 1 of 7 through the airwaves for just 16 yards. So first and 10, Gaffney. Line of scrimmage just inside the Northwestern 31. Gaffney working left to right here at Bob Prevett Field, located at WK Brumbach Stadium. Third quarter of action just underway. The Indians with 4 wides, 2 to each side. Bradshaw, the senior quarterback from the shotgun, telling something to each of his wide receivers. Now gets the snap. Trying to run on the quarterback draw. Bradshaw trying to run left, tries a stiff arm a tackler, still on his feet and tackled near the line of scrimmage. Some extracurricular stuff going on after the play. And we got a Northwestern Trojan down back at the 35-yard line, which is in the offensive backfield.
Donnie Talford made the tackle, looking across there, and that was Will Massey.
Yeah, Massey has been shaken up with a knee. Some of you in the stadium tonight might be able to see that number 9 is one of those bulky knee braces on that right knee. And 9 checks out of the football game. Caused him to miss a few games. Got back into the lineup last week. I think it was 7 plays against Hillcrest Simpsonville. Being attended to on the Northwestern side. Second down and 11 for Gaffney from the Northwestern 31. First series, third quarter, tied at 7. Bradshaw up under center with an eye behind him. Got 3 wide, slot to the right. Bradshaw fakes a handoff to the fullback, running the option behind the right side. Bradshaw hemmed in, tries to turn the corner, gets some yards to the 30 and tackled down at the 28-yard line. So Bradshaw picks up at least 3 yards when it appeared 7 would be hauled down behind the line of scrimmage.
Jimmy O'Connor finally made the tackle.
Well, Bradshaw coming into this game, 51 rushing attempts for 462 yards. That's an average of just over 9 yards per rushing attempt. And officials timeout here. Will Massey back into that Northwestern defense at his linebacker spot. Now referee Sam Owens straightened things out. We're ready to go. Third down and 8. Gaffney at the Northwestern 28. Ball spotted right hash mark. 2 wides each side. Bradshaw from the gun. Martin the back to his right. Gaffney is not on that middle screen in this game. Bradshaw looking to throw, has some time. Lofts a pass left sideline into the end zone. Diving reception, incomplete, but a penalty marker is down at the 6-yard line. There was some contact as the intended receiver was Brandon Peeler. One-on-one coverage and a penalty marker thrown in the area where there was some contact. See if this is offensive or defensive pass interference.
Got defensive pass interference.
Yes. So defensive pass interference coming up here against the Trojans. So that'll get the Indians a first down. Game tied at 7. 1:30 into the third quarter of play. Penalty takes the ball down to the Trojan 14-yard line, right side hash mark. Gaffney trying to forge its way into the end zone down to our right here at the reservation. The end zone with the hill and the scoreboard. Brandon Peeler, a wide receiver to the left side, 2 to the right side. Byers and Martin in the eye. Bradshaw calling out that play at the line of scrimmage. Northwestern in that 4-3 scheme. 7 gets the snap, short drop, fade pattern, left side of the end zone, going for Peeler, incomplete. Brandon almost able to step inside the defensive back and come away with the reception, but 13 could not hold on to the football.
It was a jump ball with Mike Kirk.
Well, as far as the field goal game goes for the Indians this year, Rob Heim with 4 of them. 2 proving to be game winners. Had one of 31 yards against Union. Had one of 27 yards against Dorman. That one against Dorman was early on in the second quarter of play, but proved to be the difference as Gaffney won 17-15. Second down and 10 from the Trojans' 14-yard line, right hash mark. Bradshaw gets the snap, turns, hands to Brian Martin, and he's knocked off his feet near the line of scrimmage.
Well tripped up there by Dexter Falls.
And if the Indians have to line up for one here, it'd be from approximately 31 yards out. So third down and 10 for Gaffney. Football just outside the Northwestern 14-yard line. Ball spotted right hash mark. Gaffney breaks the huddle and now fans out at the line of scrimmage. Brandon Byers and Brandon Peeler, wide receivers to the left side. Jamar Montgomery and Jackie Leach to the right side. Bradshaw from the gun with Martin back to his right. Bradshaw gets a snap as Northwestern rushes 6. Bradshaw throws over the middle, incomplete. Trying to go to Jamar Montgomery, but the pass will overthrown. Bradshaw having to throw the football quicker than he wanted to that time as he got rushed. And Rob Heim coming on for the field goal attempt. Heim seeking his 5th field goal of the season. This one unofficially will come from about 31 or 32 yards out. So down to the near sideline as Gaffney tries to break the 7-all tie. Here's Kalani.
All right, guys, from 31 yards out, Rob Heim is 4 for 6 on field goal attempts this year, his longest being a 35-yarder. This will be from 31. Snap is down. Bradshaw, Little John to hold. The kick is up. It's long enough, and it's good. Your score now, Gaffney 10, Northwestern 7. This scoring update brought to you by Sagebrush Steakhouse, 1541 Point Becker Boulevard in Gaffney, home of the baby back ribs and the best steaks in town. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Wallace White Pontiac Buick GMC truck is now open in their new location on Highway 11 in Gaffney. Just take exit 92 off I-85, go up Highway 11 toward Chesney for 1 mile, and you're there. The new place looks great, with lots more room for cars and trucks, as well as their state-of-the-art service department. Stop in and see the new Buicks like the LeSabre, Regal, or Century. Test drive a brand new Pontiac Grand Am or Bonneville, and Wallace White has grand opening specials on all the popular GMC Sierra and Sonoma trucks. It's a great time of the year to buy, so shop with the local guys at Wallace White Pontiac Buick GMC truck, their new location on Highway 11 in Gaffney.
Well, back at the reservation, Gaffney scoring on its first drive, third quarter. Rob Heim, a 31-yard field goal, 10-7 Tribe. Gaffney kickoff brought to you by Ronnie Burns Ford and Western Star Trucks, located Highway 221 in Chesney. Heim with a side winding kick down the middle of the field, taken inside the 5-yard line. Out across the 10 goes Justin Rainey. Rainey on his feet across the 25 and tackled up near the 30-yard line. So Rainey, a return of 25 yards on that kick return. The Indians this year allowing the opponents just 13 yards per kick return.
Dory Brown made the tackle for the Indians.
So Northwestern starts its initial drive here in the third quarter from its 30-yard line. Gaffney scoring drive unofficially covering some 66 yards. Drive stalled out, 4th and 10 at the Trojan 14-yard line. Heim, a 31-yard field goal. Trojans break the huddle, 3 wides, 2 to the right. Grissom from the shotgun. Northwestern quarterback gets the snap, throws right as he's hit. Pass caught and driven out of bounds across the 40 and up to the 42-yard line. As the play picks up 12 yards. Well, Grissom's completing passes, but 3, he's getting the pads applied to him when he throws the football.
Well, he goes out of bounds and trips up one of the coaches on the Northwestern bench over there, next to the bench.
Well, Grissom having one of the more productive games of the season for him. 11 of 21 now for 118 yards. Comparing that to 8 of 21 against Dorman for 95 yards, 7 of 20 versus Spartanburg, and 5 of 17 versus Boiling Springs. Gaffney in that 4-3 scheme. Grissom up under center. 3 looking to throw. Rolls the pocket right. Fires a short pass under the defense. This caught by the tight end. He's fumbled the football, but they're going to say he's down up at the Northwestern 47-yard line. It's the reception made by Ashley Morgan, senior tight end.
Brad Studevance thought he got it. In fact, he did get it, but not according to the officials, where he could take possession of it.
Wow, Jimmy Wallace, the Northwestern head coach, is all over his tight end there. I mean, he gave him a stare. I've never seen Coach Wallace give a stare up close and personal, but I understand it's not somewhere you want to be. 2nd and 5 Northwestern from its 46. Grissom short drop, fires left side, overthrown and incomplete. And then a wide receiver, K.C. Crank, exposed and is belted into the midsection.
Yeah,
3rd and 5.
Yeah, he's belted there by Roy Dawkins.
Roy had an interception in the opening half, raising the season total for this Gaffney defense now to 28. Roy had 2 interceptions last week in the 56-20 win over Boiling Springs. 3rd down and 5 Northwestern from its 46-yard line. Gaffney leads 10-7. A lot of time remaining, 8:30 remaining in the third quarter of play. Grissom from the shotgun, 2 wides each side. Heath the back to his right. Grissom barking out the play. Now gets the snap. Looking to throw under pressure, and he's sacked inside the 40-yard line. The Vegas in black comes up with a sack.
Anthony Littlejohn in there. Good work by Anthony. Well, for the last couple of 3 minutes, Coach Michael Mayer has had the Gaffney offense along the bench on this side and really going through some things with them and drawing on that chalkboard like it was going out of style. A lot of X's and O's down there. I was watching through the field glasses.
Well, fourth down, Northwestern will have to punt. Trojans from their 34-yard line. Brandon Peeler to single safety. Let's see if Brandon can return a big one here, or if Grissom even punts the football to him. High snap, Grissom controls, and now penalty markers blow the play dead. Wow, hopefully this is not another encroachment against us. Jeff Littlejohn, our captain, saying this is against Northwestern. 72 already heading down to the Northwestern end, and it is. So 5 yards here to be marched off against Northwestern. Penalties in the opening half. Northwestern 2 for 30. Gaffney 5 for 20.5 yards. Kenny Phillips, the team statistician, giving us the stats here in the booth of the reservation. So 4th and 19 for those of you keeping it score at home. Grissom from the gun. There's the snap. Here comes the rush, and he gets the punt away. End over end kick. Hits to the Gaffney 30, a Northwestern roll. Skipped up at the 15 by Brandon Peeler, racing right. Now cutting back against the grain. Now stopped in his tracks inside the 15-yard line. Tackled back at the 13. Close to breaking something big that time, but Northwestern came up with a stop.
Well, Gaffney's on top if you're just tuning along our way. 10-7. 7:25 remaining in the third period from the reservation.
And credit Grissom with a 52-yard punt. Both these punters have put on an exhibition in this game tonight. Teams over the line of scrimmage and ready to go. 1st and 10 try from its 13-yard line. Bradshaw up under center and an eye behind him. Bradshaw gets a snap, play action. Going to roll left. Bradshaw's going to keep this as his own number. He's out across the 20, puts his head down and gets a yard more up to the 21. So the keeper for Bradshaw picks up at least 7 yards, I believe it is.
That's where he runs head on into Joe Hamilton. Mike Kirk.
You know, the Indians this year have had 3 games, talking about the balance of this football team and the running backs and everything, but the Indians have had 3 football games this year in which their leading rusher in that contest has not scored a touchdown. More on that after this play. 2nd down and 4 for the Indians from their 20-yard line left hash mark. Bradshaw, the snap from the shotgun, has some time to throw, fires into the teeth of the defense, caught over the middle by Brandon Peeler. He has the first down up to the 30, tries to step out of a tackle, but will not as he gets 2 yards up to the 32-yard line. So the play picks up 12, and it's a first down for Gaffney.
Demon Strait made the tackle for the Trojans.
Talking about we've had 3 games this year in which our high rusher in the game has not scored a touchdown. Keon Gerdner, 13 carries for 105 yards against Dorman, did not get into the end zone. Bradshaw had 150 yards on 14 attempts against Union and didn't score. And Bryan had 8 carries for 119 yards against Lawrence and didn't get into the end zone. So 1st and 10 Gaffney from its 31-yard line left side hash mark. Bradshaw from the gun out of the spread set. 7 gets the snap. Northwestern with a straight 4-man rush. Bradshaw airs this one out over the top of the defense. Man coverage and incomplete. Tron Thompson, the intended receiver, nearly intercepted. But Gaffney maintained possession. And Brandon Peeler, wide receiver underneath the defense that time. Jawing back at Dexter Falls, number 8.
Well, it was almost intercepted, Fabian, by Wayne Jennings.
Well, Jennings, a solid player in that defensive secondary, a 5'9" senior, has one of the 12 Northwestern interceptions this year. Now stoppage of play is our referee, Jim Bull, trying to help out one of those Northwestern linebackers with a shoulder pad hook, I guess, underneath that left arm. Now he's ready to go. 2nd and 10 Gaffney from its 31-yard line. Indians lead 10-7. 6:11 remaining in the third quarter of play. Bradshaw gets the snap as Northwestern rushes 5. Pass right side, caught by Bryan under the defense, but Martin tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 30-yard line, loss of 1. 3rd and 11 coming up.
Tackle made by Dexter Falls.
Nice job by Falls that time as he got out and covered Brian Martin in the flat. Nothing doing on the swing pass that time. So 3rd and 11 for Gaffney. 2nd possession, 3rd quarter. Indians' first drive, 66 yards, a 31-yard field goal for Rob Heim. Northwestern's first possession, 3rd quarter. The Trojans got a first down but ended up having to punt the football. So ball possession down for the Indians. Bradshaw from the gun, 3 wides left. 7 gets the snap, looks to throw. Pocket collapses. No lanes for Bradshaw to run, and he's sacked inside the 25-yard line. Loss of at least 5 yards.
Falls in there again.
Well, that was just one of those strength-controlled rushes that time by Northwestern, not allowing Bradshaw the lane to run the football. So now, after 1 first down on this drive, Gaffney will have to punt. Rob Heim on to do the honors. Line of scrimmage, the Gaffney 24-yard line. Twin safeties back deep again. Justin Rainey and Damon Straight. Straight lined up on the left side. Gaffney in that tight formation on the punt coverage. Now we fan out. So Heim awaiting the snap at his 11. Low to him. Cleanly fields and gets a nice effort away. Straight makes the catch at the 40 left hash mark. Trying to race back to the right. Trying to get the wall set up, and he does. He's to the 50. To the Gaffney 45. His penalty markers ran at the spot of a block, and Straight tackled down at the Gaffney 37-yard line. But I think this one is coming back on a clip. It came in right there as Straight turned the right corner, and a block was thrown. And it is a clip against Northwestern. And the yardage to be marched off from the Trojan 37-yard line. Wow, huge break here for Gaffney. So the clip against Northwestern. Northwestern, often penalized football team, unofficially 3 in this game now for 45 yards.
That was a real call.
So Northwestern from its 22-yard line, down 10-7 with 4:29 to go, third quarter. Grissom the snap from the shotgun. Gaffney rushes 5. Grissom throws over the middle, incomplete. In and out of the hands of K.C. Crank, who may have heard footsteps that time. So he was in the teeth of that defense, but had 3 black jerseys lurking around him. Nice first half for Grissom, the Northwestern quarterback. He was 10 of 20 for 106 yards. 3 turnovers in this game, all of them interceptions. Gaffney's defense has been able to come away with 1 pick here in this football game. Northwestern coming into this game plus 11 in that giveaway takeaway category. Gaffney plus 14. Grissom again from the shotgun, running the option left side. There's the pitch back to Heath across the line of scrimmage, but not much more after that. Tackled up at the 27-yard line. Getting him about 4 or 5 yards, bringing up a ball possession down for the Trojans.
Good eye and good work by Roger McIntosh.
Northwestern next week travels to Burns, and then will battle 10th-ranked Rock Hill there at District 3 Stadium as Rock Hill and Northwestern share that facility. Gaffney on the road next week at 5th-ranked Greenwood, then closes out the regular season in 2 weeks at 3rd-ranked Spartanburg. 3rd down and 5, Northwestern from its 27-yard line. Ball spotted right hash mark. 3 wides to the left or wide side. Grissom from the shotgun, and now the left side of our defensive line jumps into the neutral zone, and penalty markers come in.
Trey Wood moved.
Well, Grissom with the hard count. Now 3rd and 5 on the scoreboard. We'll have to wait and see when they march the yardage off here whether this gives the Trojans a first down.
We got encroachment on the defense.
Well, something for Coach Biddix and company to
Trying to measure the first down.
work on this week at practice as they bring the chains on. And we'll measure
What are they going to do, mark the penalty off?
for the first down.
Depending on where the
But you got to march the penalty off first to see. Now, this is a new one on me.
I don't think I've seen this one before.
3:46 remaining in the third quarter. It's 10-7 Gaffney. Well, now they move the ball up to the 30. Now they bring it back. Now they're bringing it up.
Well, Clowney Jordan standing along the Indian sideline. Clowney, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Now, this is one of your more strange measurements, guys. I'm not sure. Well, now it looks like they're going to be about 1/3 of the football short. There's a lot of strange encroachment calls. Let me put them that way.
Well, so 3rd in inches here for Northwestern.
They must have some PhD running there.
Trojans break the huddle and fan out at the line of scrimmage. Grissom will accept the snap under center. 2 tight ends to the left. Heath the lone back. Grissom gets the snap, turns, hands to Heath, trying to run left and tackled near the first down marker. And I'm not too sure whether or not he's gotten this. Unstacked the pile. Got a left foot spot. Referee Sam Owens unstacking the pile. We may have to bring him on for another measurement, but maybe not. It is a first down. Oh, from where the near side official was spotting the football, I thought Northwestern was short, but chains will move. For the Trojans, clad in the road whites, purple numerals, trimmed in the yellow, and the purple helmets. 1st and 10 Northwestern from its 33-yard line. Grissom up under center. Gets the snap, turns, hands to Heath, trying to run wide to the right, steps out of a tackle in the backfield, turns the corner, out across the 35, and tackled near the 37-yard line.
And he's dropped there by number 26, Gaffney's Roy Dawkins.
Well, gain of 4 or 5 yards on first down there. This was a 7-7 game at halftime. Only scoring here in the third quarter for Gaffney. Opening possession, Rob Hahn. A 31-yard field goal. 10-7 is the score. Northwestern 2nd and 5 from its 37-yard line. Trojans working right to left here in this period. Heath, the back, lining up as a wing now to the left side as Grissom operates from the shotgun. 3 wide slot left. 3 gets the snap, looking to throw. Airs it out left side, and a pass caught in Gaffney territory, and a tackle made immediately down at the 46-yard line as Jay Currents made the reception. 1st and 10 for Northwestern.
And it was made by Roger Logan.
Logan had the one-on-one coverage there. Roger with 2 interceptions last week. 7 picks in his previous 6 football games, but the Northwestern offense on the move here. Keep in mind, this was a drive that Northwestern could have started inside the Gaffney 40-yard line after the lengthy punt return, but brought back because of the clip. Northwestern ended starting up from its 32. Grissom up under center, tight end to the right. Misdirection handoff to Heath, gaping hole right side to the 45 to the Gaffney 40, and 21 down to the 39-yard line. Heath picks up nearly 8 yards on first down.
And that's where he's rolled by Roger McIntosh.
Well, he has gone over the 1,000-yard mark in this football game. Heath has the only touchdown of the game for Northwestern, his 13th rushing score of the season, coming from a yard out. That on 2nd and goal as Northwestern answered Gaffney's 52-yard scoring drive. Northwestern tying the game up with 7:20 remaining in the opening half, but the Indians have reclaimed the lead here, 10-7. 2nd and 2, Grissom on the quarterback keeper, gets the first down as he takes the pile inside the 35 and down to the Gaffney 34-yard line.
Stopped by Dory Brown of the Indians.
Grissom doesn't carry the football a whole lot, but comes up with a first down carry there. So Northwestern on the move here. Trojans coming in at 1-2 in region play, 6-2 overall. Gaffney undefeated, 4-0 within the region, 8-0 overall. Gaffney ranked 20th in this week's USA Today Super Prep poll. Grissom getting the snap under pressure, breaks 1 tackle, still on his feet, sprinting to the right side of the field, back to the original line of scrimmage, and ridden out of bounds at about the Gaffney 33-yard line
by Dory Brown.
So he picks up a gain of 1 after nearly being sacked out across the 45-yard line.
He knew he was in trouble and had to retreat.
Wow. Grissom up to his feet. In fact, he got more than a yard. He picks up 2, as a matter of fact. They put the down marker there, so 2nd down and 8 for the Trojans at the Gaffney 34-yard line. Ball spotted right hash mark. 54 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. Gaffney leading 10-7, but the lead is in jeopardy. Grissom again from the gun. Got 3 wides to the left, the wide side of the field. 3 gets the snap, looking to throw, has time, airs it out left side, going for Currents, incomplete. Looked over his inside right shoulder. The ball wasn't there. Looked back over the outside, but could not catch up to the football. So 3rd down and long coming up here for the Trojans.
But he was being chased by Logan. I mean, he was step to step, toe to toe.
Well, this is 3rd down and 8. Northwestern working from the Gaffney 34-yard line, right hash mark. Casey Crank, a wide receiver to the right side, 2 out to the left side. A.B. Cathcart lined up in the slot. Grissom from the shotgun. Heath the back to his left. Grissom with another hard play count, trying to draw Gaffney off. Gaffney comes with a 5-man rush. Grissom looking to throw, fires left side. This is caught at the Gaffney 20-yard line. First down yardage to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for Northwestern as A.B. Cathcart comes up with a reception.
Tackle made by Dory Brown. Well, you get down this close again, Fabian, and you got to put a lot of pressure on this Northwestern offense because they can flat move the football.
Well, they're doing it through the airwaves. And this is a team that came into the game averaging 111 yards per game via the air. And there, Cathcart coming away with his 3rd reception of the game. He had just 7 coming into this football game. First and 10 Trojans to the Gaffney 15 left hash mark. There's a snap handed off to Keon. Heath collides with his blocking back in the backfield, and Heath tackled near the line of scrimmage.
Dory Brown again.
Gaffney defensive line standing things up that time, and the blocking back driven right back into Heath, who may have lost half a yard on what is the final play of the third quarter. So 3 quarters of play in the books here at the reservation. This Region II-AAA war. We're heading to the fourth. Your score, Gaffney 10 and Northwestern 7. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Perry's Tire Service would like to let you know we sell all the top name tires, like Cooper tires, Unirolls, Michelin's.
Think about your bank. You probably don't think relationship. I mean, you can't exactly cuddle up with your checkbook at night. But you can get a little special treatment with this. Advantage checking from Bank of America. It actually rewards you with better rates on loans and CDs, free checks. It doesn't nickel and dime you with fees. Okay, it's not exactly like marriage. But then again, what is?
Here at the reservation, before we head into action, let's go down to the near sideline now on Clowney. Keon Gardner on the Gaffney sideline, but shoulder pads off and with crutches.
Yeah, Keon's on crutches, guys. I talked to Dr. Frank Phillips. He said Keon either has a seriously bruised knee or some torn cartilage. He won't play any more tonight, and they're going to evaluate him and take a closer look over the weekend.
And the injury update is brought to you by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Clinic, 104A Professional Park in Gaffney. When an injury puts you along the sidelines, contact the sports medicine professionals, and that is Drs. Frank Phillips, Richard Gardner, and Walter Grady. Call them at 487-5823. That's kind of that will hurt.
That is devastating. As teams were up to the line of scrimmage, and now referee Sam Owens stop and play a bit. Not sure what this is about. Yeah, you talk about the loss of Keon. Second on this Gaffney team in rushing, leads us in rushing scores, and the second leading receiver for us as well. And one of those offensive linemen for Northwestern didn't have his mouthpiece in. He'll have to come out of the football game since they stopped play. So now they get his replacement in there, ready to go. Second and 10 Northwestern at the Gaffney 15. First play, fourth quarter. Gaffney leading 10-7. Grissom up under center. Heath alone back behind him. Grissom looking to throw, rolling the pocket right. The right-hander throws into the defense. The reception made by Cathcart. Gets hit. He's fumbled the football at the spot which he made the reception. A pile-up play blown dead. Players both teams saying that they have recovered the football. And who's got it? Still no indication. Trying to peer into the huddle there to see who's got it. Gaffney has it. Well worth the wait.
Well, that's what I was saying when they were on this side. You got to put pressure on them and try to force them to turn the ball over.
Wow, A.B. Cathcart, who has had a great game for this Northwestern football team tonight, fumbles the football after the reception, and Gaffney takes over at its 12-yard line. Wow. Turnovers now even at 2. So now the Indians take over deep in their territory. Must go the distance without Keon Gardner. Probably the best, second best offensive player on the football team. Fred Littlejohn up under center. Northwestern linebackers showing blitz, and they come as we turn and hand off to the fullback. Brandon Byers tries to spin off one tackle, but can't another. Gets a yard up maybe to the 13-yard line. Well, I was wondering where Keon had been at, and then just happened to look down to the sideline and saw him there on crutches. Keon, a very durable player, but out for the remainder of this football game. Second down and 9 for Gaffney, working from its 13-yard line. Peeler and Tron Thompson, wide receivers to the right. Bradshaw out to the left. Staggered eye for the Indians, and now a timeout. As we were all out of sync, Gaffney calls the timeout. We'll take the break as well. 55 seconds into the fourth quarter. It's Gaffney 10 and Northwestern 7. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Is your furnace making weird noises? Do you hear a big clunk, then a kaboom, then a hissing sound? Then you need help. Call Childress Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Bryant dealer, to the rescue. They're the replacement specialist, and they can replace that old heating system. They offer great warranties and service after the sale, and you can rest assured you're dealing with a company and a product that's been around for a long time. They have financing available, too. Call Johnny Childress at 489-4416. That's Childress Heating and Air Conditioning, 340 East Baker Boulevard in Gaffney, your local Bryant dealer.
From the heart of the upstate, you're listening to Gaffney Indian Football on WAGI 105.3 FM.
Along with Dennis Fowler, Kalani Jordan, Fabian Fuentes from the reservation. Great to have you in our listening audience tonight. 11:05 remaining in regulation. Gaffney leading Northwestern 10-7. As we come back out of the Gaffney timeout, 2nd and 9 for the Tribe. Gaffney working from its 13-yard line. Fred Littlejohn gets the snap, play action, looks to throw, rolls the pocket right, has some room to run if he wishes to, but airs it out along the right sideline, and the jump ball reception is made up at the 48-yard line. What a catch by Brandon Peeler, 13.
And I mean, he was fighting with all his might because he had a lot of pressure on him from Northwestern's defense there.
Play covers some 36 yards. How about the reaction of the crowd? They saw all the room that Fred had to run the football. Everybody's hollering, run it, run it, run it, and then Fred airs it out, and we gained 36 yards.
That's when everybody went, ooh.
Yeah, that's like in basketball.
Yeah.
Don't take that shot. Don't take that shot, and you shoot it. Goes in, yes. Great play. 1st and 10, Gaffney from its 48 right hash mark. Northwestern's linebackers showing blitz. They peel back into snap. Fred rolls the pocket left. There's it out left side, going for Bradshaw Littlejohn in a double coverage, and he makes the catch on his backside at the Northwestern 20-yard line. Bradshaw Littlejohn out fighting 2 defensive backs, and 7 made the reception on the Gaffney sideline, falling to his backside.
Well, he was fighting number 5 and number 8, you folks in the stand. That is Justin Rainey. And Dexter Falls, a big part of that Northwestern defense. You've seen that all night.
Yeah, these linebackers very mobile for this Northwestern team. So Gaffney leading 10-7 and on the move here. 1st and 10 down at the Trojan 20. Left side hash mark, staggered eye. The fullback offset to the left, if you will. Now Byers, the fullback, shifts over to the right side. Martin a deep back. Fred Littlejohn gets the snap. Turns, hands to Bryan, running left, steps out of a tackle in the backfield. Bryan with positive yardage as he tries to slant right. And Bryan tackled at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 2, but it could have been a loss on the play.
Dante Talford made the tackle for Northwestern.
Talford, number 6, coming into this game, leading this Northwestern defense in solo tackles with 63. Once again, this is a Northwestern defense giving up just 177 yards per game, while Gaffney's coming in averaging better than 343. Byers, Peeler, and Thompson, wide receivers to the right side. Bradshaw to the left on 2nd and 7. Fred gets a snap short, drop, pump fakes, fires left corner of the end zone, going for Bradshaw into double coverage, and he makes the catch. Touchdown, Gaffney. A carbon copy of the catch that we saw Bradshaw make back up at the 20-yard line. Once again, 7 out fights 2 defensive backs and makes the reception, falling on his backside. And the Indians, 88-yard scoring drive and increase the advantage to 16-7 with 9:35 remaining in regulation. Scoring update brought to you by Sagebrush Steakhouse, 1541 Floyd Baker Boulevard in Gaffney. Sagebrush, home of the baby back ribs and the best steaks in town. Down for the call, the PAT. Here's Kalani.
All right, guys. Rob Heim, 1 for 1 in extra points tonight. Also has a 31-yard field goal to his credit. The snap is down, the kick is up, and the kick is good. We've got 9:35 left in the ball game. Your score now, Gaffney 17, Northwestern 7. This is Gaffney Indian football.
It's the October Super Sale at Brown Furniture Company in downtown Gaffney. This week, buy any piece of in-stock furniture, appliance, or electronics at the usual selling value and get another piece of furniture of equal or lesser value for $1. That's right. The entire store is on sale with brand names you know. For example, buy $500 worth of merchandise, get another $500 worth for $1. The more you buy, the more you get for a buck. It's simple, but it's only for a limited time, all from the furniture store that offers you more. That's Brown Furniture Company, 113 East Frederick Street, downtown Gaffney.
Well, back at the reservation, the Indians drive 88 yards. Fred Littlejohn, a 17-yard touchdown pass to Bradshaw. The PAT 17-7 Gaffney. Indians kickoff brought to you by Ronnie Burns Ford, Highway 221 in Chesney. That's where you'll find the Ford Explorers. Rob Heim, a high and deep end-over-end kick, taken just outside the left hash mark, inside the 10. Out across the 15, stutter step move to the 20. Now we make the tackle up at the 23-yard line.
That's Dory Browning. And boy, Dory has had a great night tonight.
Yeah, calling out his name a bunch. Time now, folks, for the game summary brought to you by Fats Cafe of Gaffney. That's where catering is available, and our Calabash chicken is still number 1. Call them at 488-0310. Only 1 turnover here in the second half, but the Gaffney defense forced a fumble down at our 12-yard line. The Indian offense turns it into 7 points, driving 88 yards, and the Indians lead 17-7. 1st and 10, Northwestern, working from its 22-yard line. Grissom from the gun, looking to throw, fires right side, caught. Out across the 25, Currents near side, and out of bounds up near the 31-yard line. Pickup of nearly 9 yards.
And he's wrestled out of bounds by Logan. Roger Logan.
Well, Brandon Peeler, one of our wide receivers, being attended to on the Gaffney sideline by the Gaffney training staff. Once again, Keon Gerdner out of the football game. Hope he's all right. Wrong time of the season to start getting players injured. No break in the schedule. First of 3 straight games to finish off the season for Gaffney against teams ranked 8th or higher in the state. Grissom under center, gets the snap, turns, hands to Keon Heath over the left side, and 21 works his way out across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Darrell Richburg coming back into the Gaffney defense now. Justin Ness checks out of the football game. Trey Wood and Billy Smith are the ends on that Gaffney defensive front. Jeff Littlejohn and Anthony Littlejohn the interior. Darrell Richburg and Dory Brown the linebackers. Roy Dawkins, one of the secondary men, along with Brad Studevants, Tron Dawkins, B.J. Dover, and Roger Logan. 1st and 10. Grissom gets a snap from the shotgun, looking to throw. Pass deflected high into the air and incomplete. I think it was Jeff Littlejohn that was nearly able to come away with the interception. As we put the pressure on Grissom, deflected the pass, and we nearly came away with a pick, but 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Billy Smith got his hands on it, but it was for naught.
It's one of the things that this Gaffney defensive front does well. They get pursuit to the quarterback, but one thing this unit does is extend hands overhead. Deflect the pass. 2nd down and 10 Northwestern from its 36-yard line. Gaffney leading 17-7. Pitch left side on the option to Heath. Turns the corner out across the 45 and tackled near the 1st down marker up at the 47-yard line. And it is. It's a 1st down by about the length of the football. Northwestern working left to right. Here in the 4th quarter of play. 8:45 remaining. Game clock now back in motion. It's 17-7. Gaffney on top. That pass touchdown for Gaffney a few moments ago. Only the 2nd passing score allowed by the Northwestern defense this year. 3 wide, slot to the right for the Trojans. Grissom gets the snap, rolls the pocket right. Fires this one down the right side and incomplete. Into double coverage that time. So 2nd down and 10 coming up as Casey Crank, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Logan all over him along with Gaffney's B.J. Dover.
You know, you can really see because of the pass rush that Gaffney is able to get on opposing quarterbacks, but notice how quickly that Grissom is out of the pocket when he gets that snap. It's almost as if he's already moving before he gets the snap.
Yeah, really.
4 wides, 2 to each side. 2nd and 10 Trojans from their 47. Grissom gets the snap. He's under pressure. Front side fires over the middle, and this is caught in Gaffney territory. And on the run, Jake Hearns to the Gaffney 30, angling near side to the 25 and pushed out of bounds, and a penalty marker coming in. The tackle made at the 18-yard line, and they're going to see a late hit coming up here on the Tribe. The infraction occurred amidst the Gaffney cheerleaders. Well, Mike Diddix, our defensive coordinator, out on the football field talking things over with Tron Thompson. Boy, what a scenario this is setting up here.
Yeah, really. Don't look good at all, does it?
Well, the thing about it is you've scored 2 touchdowns tonight against one of the toughest defenses in the state. But remember now, after the first touchdown, we allowed Northwestern to drive the football down the field 68 yards for a touchdown.
And here's where you want to force another turnover again.
Well, our offense just drove 88 yards for another score, and here's Northwestern, 1st and goal to 9. Grissom from the shotgun, running the option behind the left side, tucks the ball away, tries to get a few yards, and tripped up near the line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and goal from inside the 10-yard line. I think they're going to spot the ball at the 8-yard line.
Anthony Littlejohn gets credit for that.
So 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line.
Some of the Indian coaches looking up toward the press box about the clock continuing to run.
Well, just the opposite. I don't think it was running. Now they've got it in motion. 2nd and goal for Northwestern at the Gaffney 8. Grissom gets the snap, looking to throw, launches a pass left side of the end zone, and intercepted. Roger Logan, I believe.
Yes.
Gets in front of the wide receiver, makes the pick, and goes down to an A. Roger Logan. What a roll this kid is on. 3 interceptions, guys, in his last 2 games and 8 in his last 7 games.
Good coverage by Logan.
That was a nice call, Dennis.
Well, thank you.
Would you like to go to the racetrack with me? Wait till payday. We'll go to the racetrack.
Yep.
Well, how about that? 2 consecutive possessions inside the red zone for Northwestern and 2 turnovers, a fumble, and now an INT. So Gaffney starts from its 20-yard line. Northwestern comes with a blitz. We hand off to the fullback, Brandon Byers. Disaster tackled back at the 19-yard line. Well, they just guessed right on that one.
Tackled there by Northwestern's number 6, Dante Talford.
So 2nd and goal. Gaffney comes away with the INT. Allow me to make that note on the score sheet.
But is that French? Dante?
Could be. Au revoir. 2nd and 11 for Gaffney, working from its 19-yard line. Bradshaw, the wide receiver, to the left side. Tron Thompson and Brandon Peeler, wideouts to the right side. Brandon Byers and Brian Martin in the eye. Fred Littlejohn up under center. Linebacker blitz. Fred, quick pass left side. Bradshaw makes the catch, tries to head up the field to the 25, refusing to go down, gets 2 more yards up to about the 27 before he's wrestled down. Maybe one of those things where they say Bradshaw's forward progress stopped back at the 25. Gain of about 6 yards for the Tribe. Call it 3rd down and 5 for the Indians.
Tackle by Mike Kirk. Immediately following this broadcast, it's the Friday night high school football scoreboard with Stan Olendick and company right here on the Upstate Power Station. All the scores and all the interviews from all across South Carolina tonight in high school football. Don't go away.
3rd down and 5. Ball possession down for the Indians from their 25. Spread set. Fred from the shotgun 1 gets the snap as Northwestern comes with a blitz. Watch out, Fred. He rolls the pocket left to buy some time. Fires over the top of the defense. Overthrown and incomplete. Brandon Byers, the intended receiver, up at the 50-yard line, but the pass overthrown.
Well,
4th down.
Yeah, Byers had a lot of coverage there from DeMond Strait. Now Gaffney will punt the football away.
So Rob Heim, who has had a nice evening punting the football, averaging about 45 yards per kick. Line of scrimmage, the Gaffney 25-yard line. Change up in the kick return unit now as Jay Currens, 12, comes into the game. He'll line up on the right side, and Justin Rainey over on the left. Heim awaiting the snap inside his 12-yard line, left side hash mark. There's the snap, and Rob gets the punt away. High hang time eating up punt here. Hits at the Northwestern 46, and how about this Gaffney roll? Down to the 35, and down to the 30, and down to the Trojan 27-yard line. What's that, about a 48-yard kick?
Yeah, Heim's been right on it all night.
Wow.
In fact, all year he's done a great job. Great job.
So Northwestern trailing 17-7 with 5:58 remaining in the football game. Northwestern will start from its 28-yard line. So the Trojan defense there comes up big. After Gaffney came away with the interception in the end zone on a 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line, Northwestern's defense forces Gaffney to punt. Grissom gets a snap from the shotgun, floats a pass down the left sideline, deflected and incomplete, nearly intercepted. DB got inside coverage that time against the receiver, deflected the pass, nearly picked off, and I think it was Roger Logan had the inside coverage, and because Roger felt he should have had it, he does the push-ups.
Yeah, a little self-punishment there.
So 2nd down and 10. Coach Montgomery tonight, we mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, but going for career win number 199. Coach Montgomery with 93 wins in his coaching tenure here at Gaffney. 2nd and 10. Grissom gets a snap. Gaffney comes with the all-out rush. Grissom hit as he throws over the middle and incomplete. Dropped by Jay Currens. Penalty marker down on the turf back at the area where Grissom was hit. Let's hope this is not roughing the passer. Gaffney has been hitting 3 all night.
Got a personal foul, roughing the passer.
There you go.
Oh, man. Jeez. That's what, the 2nd straight week, I think.
Yep.
But Gaffney has been tattooing Grissom most of the night. So Northwestern with 15 easy yards right there, taking the football out to the 43.
I really wouldn't expect that penalty to make things any better. I think it might get a little more aggressive out there.
Wow. 2 hard-hitting football teams. So 1st and 10 for the Trojans from their 43-yard line. 5:48 remaining in the game. Gaffney leading 17-7, but Northwestern the ball at its 43. Fresh set of downs. Grissom from the gun trips to the right side. 3 gets the snap. Looking right. Looking. The right-hander fires. Deflected in the secondary and incomplete. Nearly caught along the Gaffney sideline down at the 35-yard line. But all goes for naught. Currens nearly caught that football off the deflection. So 2nd and 10. Northwestern now starting to find itself in some 2nd down and long situations as the Trojans have gone to the airwaves here and done it quite a bit tonight. Really the only way that Northwestern has been able to move the football. This is a team averaging 111 yards per game via the airwaves. 2nd down and 10 Trojans. Grissom, the snap again from the shotgun, has some time. Here's a pass left sideline and incomplete. Had 2 wide receivers in the same area inside the 30-yard line on the fly pattern that time. So 3rd and 10 coming up.
Good coverage by Roger Logan.
Well, resetting the region standings for you as we entered play tonight. All these records are conference marks. Gaffney leading the region by a half game over Spartanburg at 4-0. The Vikings are 3-0. Spartanburg had a 21-0 lead over Burns at Burns at halftime. Rock Hill, 3rd in the region coming into this game at 2-1, but the Bearcats had a 16-7 lead against Dormant at the intermission. 3rd and 10 Trojans from their 43. Grissom gets a snap, airs a pass out right side. Receiver slips, falls down, incomplete. A.B. Cathcart saying he was interfered with up at the Gaffney 46-yard line, but the ball 15 yards over his head. So 4th and 10 coming up.
Well, this late in the game, I don't think you'll see the Northwestern Trojans punt the ball. Down to 5:31 remaining in the football game.
Well, only scoring here in the 2nd half in this game summary brought to you by Fats Cafe. It's where you'll enjoy special lunch items, $4.99 to $5.99. Call them at 488-0310. We'll tell you about that when we return. Timeout on the field, 5:31 remaining in the game. 4th down for Northwestern when we come back. 17-7 Gaffney. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Robin says, blast them away, Indians. Just like the Indians, you too can enjoy a blast. A cappuccino, mocha, or chocolate blast. Made with your choice of ice cream and topping. Treat yourself to one of the smoothies made with truly free yogurt and fresh fruits. If you really want to indulge yourself, try our 2-scoop sundae or banana split. Baskin-Robbins is the world's...
Your time is valuable, so the Tide Car Wash is fast. A clean car in about 15 minutes. We don't use brushes, just naturally gentle chamois cloths. Washes start at $9.95, or choose the value of the manager's special. Full wash, 2 coats of polish, 1 coat of sealer, underbody rust inhibitor, plus tire gloss and interior fragrance. All for only $16.95. The Tide Car Wash with the exclusive 24-hour rain guarantee. 1606 West Floyd Baker, next to the Gaffney Ledger.
Little John to Bradshaw, Little John. 4th and 10 Northwestern from its 43. Grissom gets the snap. The Trojan quarterback looking to throw. Hit as he fires down the left side. Overthrown and intercepted. Roger Logan trying to return for Gaffney. He's fumbled the football out of bounds at our 33, so it remains Gaffney possession. But a penalty marker down where Grissom was hit. You can't tell me they're going to call that one roughing the passer. Could it be for the 2nd time on this drive, Gaffney gets called for roughing the passer? That is a tic-tac foul. This is not the NFL. We do not have the protect the quarterback rules. And to me, that hit seemed to be simultaneous with Grissom throwing the football. Wow.
That's what it's going to be.
I don't agree with that call. I know we've got some listening to the game on the radio here in the stands, but I don't agree with that call one bit. Now, are they going to say it's a post-possession foul?
After the interception.
Wow, so they're saying it was a clean hit, which I thought it was, but the infraction took place after the change of possession.
All right.
Well, not going to argue it. We'll take it. We've got the football. So Gaffney from its 18-yard line. Offset eye. Fred up under center. Gets the snap. Toss sweep. Left side to Bryan. Trying to get to the outside. Tries to cut back in. Nothing doing there for Bryan. So he may have been hauled down for a loss of 1 back at the 17-yard line.
Brought down there by Mike Kirk.
First people.
So Roger Logan comes away with the interception unofficially. That's his 2nd of the game. And the 2nd coming here in the 4th quarter. Had the 1 in the end zone on the 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. So second down and 11 for Gaffney from a 17 left hash mark. Indians leading 17-7 under 5 minutes remaining. Fred gets the snap, turns, hands to Brian Martin, taking it right into the teeth of the defense up to the 20-yard line, steps out of another tackle out across the 25, bullet pushing towards the first down marker as he's hauled down near the 28-yard line. Brian gets a round of applause from the fans here at the reservation.
Wayne Jennings on the tackle. We have a Gaffney Indian player being attended to by one of the physicians along the sidelines, and it looks like
Roger Logan.
It is Logan. We'll get an update on that from Clyde Jordan in just a moment.
Martin stopped just shy of the first down marker, so third and less than a yard for Gaffney, working from its 27-yard line. Indians in absolutely no hurry here. Game clock down to 4 minutes and in motion. Gaffney clad in the home black jerseys and the Vegas gold pants up to the line of scrimmage. Brandon Byers, the lead blocker. Brian Martin, a deep back, 3 wide, slot right. Fred Littlejohn gets the snap, hands it off to the fullback Byers, and tackled near the first down marker.
Well, they want to be careful and keep that ball on the ground, especially this close. Let's go to Clowney along the sidelines with this injury update brought to you by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Clinic.
All right, guys, nothing serious. Talked to the trainer. Lisa said that Roger just had a little wind knocked out of him, and he's doing some sprints here along the sideline, and he'll probably be back in a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot. Injury update brought to you by Carolina Sports Medicine and Orthopedic Clinic. 104A Professional Park in Gaffney.
Change on the field for the measurement, closer than we thought, but it is a first down for Gaffney.
All right.
So 3:34 remaining in this one. Both teams, according to the scoreboard, with a pair of timeouts remaining. Again, as we mentioned earlier, Northwestern has not won here at Gaffney since 1991. That was Coach Joe Montgomery's first year at the helm of the Indian football program. Northwestern winning that game 21-14, but Gaffney getting revenge, winning the playoff meeting there 14-6. First and 10, Gaffney from its 28-yard line, right hash mark. Indians working right to left here at the reservation in this fourth quarter. Fred Littlejohn gets a snap, turns, hands to Brian Martin, trying to run wide left, but tackled behind the line of scrimmage back near the 26. So a loss of 2, third and 12 coming up.
Tackle by Dante Telford. Well, let's quickly go down to the studio real fast and check in on any scores that you have at studio control. Ernie?
Well, thank you, Dennis, and good evening, everyone. From studio control, Randy Cato standing by with these scores.
All right, Rock Hill has defeated Dorman 37-30. That's a final. Jonesville over Blacksburg 20-13. And the last score from Spartanburg 21-6 in the third. And the last one from Chesney was 39-0 over Woodmont.
Okay, thank you very much, Randy Cato. With 3 minutes left in the game, let's go back to the reservation.
As we come back to play, Brian Martin running off the right side that time, up to about the 32-yard line, gain of 5, so 3rd and 6 coming up here for Gaffney. Keep in mind, Gaffney with a 2nd and 11 at the snap of that play, so ball possession down coming up here for the Trot. Well, 37-30, Rock Hill wins a shootout over Dorman. That's the same Rock Hill football team that we shut out here. Spartanburg leading Burns 21-6, third quarter. 3rd down and 6, Gaffney. Indians working from their 32-yard line. Staggered eye. The fullback Byers offset to the left. Martin a deep back, 3 wide, slot right. Fred gets the snap. Pitch left side to Brian Martin. Cuts back against the grain out across the 35 to the 40. Still in his feet. He has the first down. Sprinting along the Northwestern side to the 40 and out of bounds to the Trojan 38-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by Wayne Jennings. Oh, my goodness.
Can you say backbreaker?
Can you say winner?
Oh, yeah. Unofficially a 31-yard run for Brian Martin, and the sticks move. Once again, Northwestern with 2 timeouts remaining. And now Gaffney has called a timeout, and we'll take the break as well. 1:38 remaining in regulation. Gaffney on the move and leading Northwestern 17-7. This is Gaffney Indian football.
Your sports connection is Sageport on Floyd Baker Boulevard in Gaffney. Right now, Sageport has starter jackets on sale, plus take an extra 15% off. See the new NFL and college sweatshirts, as well as football jerseys, and Sageport in Gaffney has just received...
At First Piedmont Federal, we believe in you having fun.
To me, this is fun. To them, I'm worth a loan.
And we believe in helping you get ahead.
They pre-approved my loan before I started shopping.
With a quick response, usually within a day.
We've gotten our loans from them for years.
They know us and can tailor a payment plan that fits our needs.
First Piedmont Federal, where our prime interest is you.
With the football, 1st and 10 at the Trojan 38-yard line. 98 seconds to go. Northwestern can stop the clock twice. Fred Littlejohn takes the snap for Gaffney. Play action 1 on the quarterback keeper to the 35. Cuts back down to the Northwestern 30. Slides between a double team, and 1 is down to the Trojan 27-yard line, which is near a Gaffney first down. Well, the Gaffney offense tonight did the job when it needed to, and that includes this drive right here. And the defense bent on some occasions here in the second half, but refused to break. Gaffney's defense coming up with two huge turnovers, both inside the red zone. One, a fumble recovery by B.J. Dover down at our 12-yard line. The offense turned that into an 88-yard scoring drive. Then it was Roger Logan come away with an interception on Northwestern's next drive in the end zone. 1st and 10 for the Tribe at the Trojan 27-yard line, and we hand it off to the fullback Byers over the left side. Down to the 25 and down to the 23-yard line. Gain of 5 under 1 minute to go. A very, very good Northwestern football team. We talk about what a tough region this is, but a very good Northwestern football team will drop to 1-3 in region play. 6-3 overall. Gaffney will improve to 5-0 within region play. 9-0 overall.
And Coach Montgomery gets that 199th win here in just a few moments.
2nd down and 5 for Gaffney to Trojan 23. Tight formation for Gaffney as Fred takes the snap and goes.
A baby monitor. You didn't. And guess what? We got you a matching set.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
We're still riding the Michelin tires because our daddy loves us.
17 and the Trojans 7. We're coming back for the post-game show after we take this time out. This is Gaffney Indian football.
New at McDonald's, McSalad Shakers. Come on in and try one of these fresh, delicious salads. Choose from chef, chicken, Caesar, or garden. A new way to shake up your lunch. At McDonald's, try the new McSalad Shakers.
Did somebody say McDonald's?
Don't know which.
At your bank, you probably don't think relationship. I mean, you can't exactly cuddle up with your checkbook at night. But you can get a little special treatment with this. Advantage checking from Bank of America. It actually rewards you with better rates on loans and CDs, free checks. It doesn't nickel and dime you with fees. Okay, it's not exactly like marriage. But then again, what is?
They can tint your glasses, make glasses from an old pair. They carry in-stock contact lenses, and you can always bring in your doctor's prescription or make an appointment to see a doctor in their store by calling 489-2016. So for fast service at reasonable prices on optical services for the entire family, visit...
Need money fast? BF Motor Credit offers small loans starting at $300. Fast, friendly service is guaranteed within 30 minutes. No appointments are needed. BF Motor Credit, located at 421 North Limestone Street, downtown Gaffney.
Street True Value and Home Medical Equipment is open and ready to serve you. We offer a full line of hardware items to help you with all of your home fix-ups. We also offer a complete line of housewares, toys, and gifts for that special occasion. So come see us today at the new, bigger, and better Buford Street True Value, 101 North Grenard Street, Gaffney.
It's a great time to visit Wallace White Pontiac GMC during Closeout 99. Save thousands of dollars on all remaining 1999 models. We also have dependable pre-owned vehicles. Technicians are on hand to take care of any repairs your vehicle needs. Take advantage of 0% financing on select models. To better serve you, we are relocating to 730 Chesney Highway in Gaffney. Come see us and talk to one of our friendly salespeople today.
Daniel's Den of Flowers is proud to sponsor the Gaffney Indians football team. Delivery is available and free for hospitals and funeral homes. Rental for wedding equipment is also available. Daniel's Den of Flowers, serving Gaffney and Blacksburg. For quality and service is our motto. 313 North Limestone Street, downtown Gaffney.
That they throw ash. I mean, we hadn't done it but 7 years in a row. I mean, I don't know how hard it can be, but there's a lot of pressure on the kids because they're so quick. And number 8 as a linebacker, he's outstanding. But I was proud of our kids, because they play good football.
We stopped in the first few possessions, Coach, and they started moving the ball in the air. What halftime adjustments did you make?
Well, you'd have to ask Mike Ed on defense, Connie. We got them backed up, so, that kind of takes them out of their first part of their game plan, whatever they start. You start back on a 2-yard line. You don't prepare for that very often, but it's just one of those games that we made some plays, the 3 or 4 plays that they didn't make. They dropped some balls that were very crucial. They had some open receivers. They make those catches, the outcome could be very different, but that's the difference in the ball game. It's all those 4 or 5 plays.
Hey, Coach, I know it's too early to start thinking about the postseason, but this has to be a big win as far as home field advantage.
All of them are big, Connie. Like I told you, way back in Kings Mountain and Hunter Huss and all those games, all those points they add up. It's not just the games at the end. It's all the games you got to have to get the home field advantage. And, we may not come back here again. This may be the last home football game. It doesn't mean anything. You lose the next 2. Spartanburg and Dorman went out. And, you get one from the lowest, Lexington or Orangeburg-Wilkinson. Those guys get points. And all of a sudden you're in 5th place and you don't come back home. So, I mean, this could be the last home game.
That's a good point, Coach. Let me throw one more number at you, and I'll let you get to the locker room. This is your career, 199th career win. You did it in style, did it against a good football team. Mighty proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Clyde. I think that just means we're getting old, buddy.
Me and you both, Coach. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, guys, back up to the booth.
199th win, going for number 200 next week. That'll be a great...